We are live on YouTube. We're going to be covering anatomy stuff today. We're going to be covering mostly arms. That's like the plan.
That's
However,
the main topic.
Yes. However, we will answer questions of chat about whatever anatomy stuff. So we may get sidetracked for a while, but I don't really care that much. Learn. What do we call the TikTok stream?
Learn muscle. I don't know.
Anatomy drawing class.
Yeah, why not?
Q and A. And what do we put it under? Art, learn.
We could do art. Wait, which one haven't we done?
We'll do art. Let's just do art today.
Sure.
We were doing learn before. Heck, I think our gaming stream was under learn. But
no
anyways,
way, that's wild.
We are here.
Hey Gizmo, wow, that was fast.
Lexi as
just as
always, instantaneous join. Very impressed by your attendance, perfect attendance. Lexi Gizmo, hello, welcome. We got a whole stinking pile of anatomy books behind us.
Yep. We're gonna learn some anatomy today.
More than happy to go into any of that.
Yeah. We're mainly going to cover arm and shoulders, but, we're happy to answer any other anatomy questions, and we'll probably go off topic, but who cares about that, right? It's always fun to just learn. Can I have a virtual hug, please?
Literally perfect timing. Morning. Hello. Dahlia, welcome. Your follower, Goofy Ali, and it followed, or joined from post. Awesome.
Ah, thanks.
What post were you watching? Is the volume tweaking, or is that just me? TikTok volume tweaking, good. Can we get a check? Dahlia, how does it sound? Board artist, hello. Rhino, hello. Volume is fine. Sounds
Great.
Good. Maybe a reload. Karan Medina, Krem, hello.
Hey, Krem.
Boxy.
How's everyone doing today on this lovely Monday?
Let's get rid of that. Let's go.
Chat, guess what? We uploaded a new video.
Yes.
On our YouTube channel.
Updates.
Why TikTok doesn't notify me anymore? I have no clue. TikTok's just being weird sometimes. Gizmo says I fixed it. Awesome. Yeah, we're doing good. Hey, Jamal.
And everyone, we are live. Boom.
Art Talk, I found me home. Well, that's good. Glad you're here.
General 1. Yes. So we're ready. We're ready to go. So we're going to talk mostly about arms today.
Yes.
But any anatomy questions are welcome. What on earth? Ooh, it's all the kitty hair.
Kitty hair that's crusted into the crevices of your tablet?
No, it's making it so there's no friction and my tablet slip and slide.
Well, that sucks.
You remember those things, slip and slides? Who here remembers slip and slides? It was actually an unlocked memory.
Really?
That I got yesterday watching a TikTok video.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, who remembers slip and slides? Or like tarps with water where you run and you dive on it and you slip and slide?
Talk about shoulders first.
Right?
Ooh.
Jamal, hello. I'm asking for anatomy books this year. Awesome.
Awesome. We have a lot of anatomy books here ourselves.
Oh, no, just TikTok. Art Talk found my home. Awesome. Welcome. Aren't you guys scared of AI? Oh yeah, terrified. I think we got Terminator on the horizon. Art wise, AI doesn't prevent me from being allowed to draw. They ain't gonna kick down my door and say, "Hey,
you're not allowed to
no drawing."
No drawing allowed.
And until that happens, I'm gonna keep drawing because I draw for fun because I enjoy it.
Hey, Danny draws.
But if you meant just AI in general, yeah, it's crazy.
Terrifying.
It's gonna revolutionize the world in probably a bunch of bad ways. I just recommend do the things that you enjoy doing. What?
Whoa.
Eli, MC. Welcome to Ray Tier.
Yeah, woo!
On YouTube. Can we get some W's in the chat? And my tablet is on the wrong screen.
Yes, my dad worked at the mines and had industrial soap. Me and my sister used it on tarp. Lots of fun. Is that the slip and slide?
Yeah, that's cool.
Oh, what is that? I never heard of it.
You basically lay out a big tarp in your yard, and you run the hose on it, and you run and you dive on it, and you like slip, or like garbage bags or whatever.
Okay, I never done that.
Into a
Look at that atrocious hand.
landscape.
It's not that bad. All right, we'll talk about some shoulders in the meantime, or kind of just chill a bit. I don't really care.
Shoulders?
Yeah, I'll talk about some shoulders real quick.
Sure.
So I've definitely heard of a lot of questions asking like, oh, how do I connect? You know, how do I draw the shoulders? How does that all connect to the body? I think the easiest way to do that is finding your clavicle, because that's kind of like where your shoulders come out from, right? Your clavicle is about the length of 2 hands. And if you want to find how big your hand is, you can just take this measurement right here, which is the top of the head to the bottom of the nose, and you just like take that measurement and move it 2 times. That's your clavicle or your collarbone. Hey, I love your videos as well. The day you guys teach me how to draw a scarf and hat, that helps a lot. Oh, that's good.
Awesome. Husband got me a 600 Wacom tablet for my birthday this year. Been drawing every night since. Awesome.
Lau says, hey, Christina, I saw you saying Miki is better than Ray.
Oh, yeah.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
100%.
I think Miki just possessed Colton.
We just had a large fan size sprinkler to jump through. Nice. Funny.
So then what happens afterwards is connecting like this area to the body. So you have your neck, and then you have your traps. And sometimes, like, if you're drawing like a girl, it'll just be like this particular shape. But it's generally just a cylinder, and then you have like a muscle attached to it, which is why it creates that shape. And then you're basically almost there to getting shoulders. So for me, I like to break down shoulders like really simply by just adding spheres. But notice I'm not adding the sphere like outside of this part. They actually come in a little bit inward. That's like the socket. So I like to push it in a little bit, and that gives me enough room to like add in extra things like my deltoid or whatever. If it's a little bit too small, I can change it up a little bit and maybe make it a little bit wider. But I think that this is pretty good. And then we got shoulders and the chest. Now, of course, there's more to the shoulders and how it connects with the chest, but I think for the basics, like, this is pretty good. Can we do hair? I don't
We're just
think
answering
so.
anatomy questions today.
Yeah. Hey, Yuki, we're doing good? Yeah, can you help with female anatomy? Yeah, we can do that.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But we're just going to continue on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We're just going to continue on because this is an anatomy stream after all.
Mm-hmm.
There's actually another way to think about the shoulder area, which is like this.
Wait. Here, Colton, you draw it if you want. Or you want to show it?
Sure. I mean...
This is cool, though.
If you want, since yours is already up.
I feel like just showing people this image is better than me trying to explain it.
All right, up to you.
Okay.
I have to move this whole thing is the problem.
Oh, okay.
Here's a way to think about the shoulders as well. This is like the pectoralis right here, goes over the arm, deltoid, and then onto the back. Mm-hmm. You know, can be a good way to think about it.
It's a cloth.
Yeah, it is kind of like a cloth. It's a good little breakdown. I don't know who made it. It's probably a Kirk Shinmoto drawing.
Yeah, it looks like his
him.
handwriting.
But yeah, good way to think about it.
Yeah. Interesting how he connects the arms and the rib cage.
Notice he's not drawing the box. He's drawing like more of a rib cage shape in here.
Yeah. Very interesting.
And now I have to go get this back. There we go. Yeah, it's actually a pretty interesting. Oops. Let's just do this. It's actually a pretty interesting little shape. You've got your rib cage. Okay, I do have a new layer on. You got your like rib cage right here, and that's kind of this shape.
Do the pecs go in front of the shoulders, or is it the opposite with the front-facing direction?
I don't know what you mean by in front of the shoulders. The pecs connect underneath of the deltoid, which is your shoulder muscle. Mm-hmm. Right? Let's say for this one, we can come out here, put a cylinder. For this one, we can come out here and put a cylinder. And then this, like, it kind of acts like cloth, right? You got like this, and you go...
Yeah, I need to draw that.
Yeah. Zoop. There we go. Rolls over. I actually really like this breakdown. You'll always find new breakdowns that you like. There's so many ways to break down the body. There's no one right way. Zoop.
I never even seen this way.
Zoop. Yeah, I've seen it a couple times.
Oh, really?
I've seen like the breakdown. It might even be an anatomy for sculptors as well.
Oh, okay.
Like that sort of thing.
That's sick.
Yeah, it's a interesting, cheeky little breakdown, you know? I like that.
Yeah, I really like that too. Really cool.
There it goes.
Yeah, so if you want to like know where the pecs are, basically this is your shoulder muscle. You know, right in here, this part, this area, like kind of right after your clavicle, like at this point is where your deltoid comes out. And then your pec comes underneath of this muscle. So I don't think it's like in front of the shoulders. I mean, they're definitely connecting.
Like the shoulder, like the deltoid, which is basically your shoulder, that's the outermost muscle.
Yeah.
The deltoid is on top of everything. Everything else connects like underneath of it.
Yeah. And you know, when you start lifting the arm and stuff, it kind of looks a little bit weirder, but like, let me see here. I think I'll use this part. Like when you start moving your arm up, like your shoulder moves up as well. So sometimes you'll even see like a little bump that looks like this when you're raising your arm up. Like you'll see this little overlap. Your traps and your shoulder kind of form a little bulge right here in the middle. So sometimes you'll see that as well. And then you don't want to forget that when you move your arm up, your clavicle moves up as well. Like one side can move up. So that's how you can make it look more convincing that it's moving upwards.
Yeah.
And then your pecs also stretch, right? Because things move in relationship with each other. And actually, I've seen people connect this form right here. They'll connect the deltoid with the pec as like generally like one form. I think that's an interesting way to think about that as well. Almost like a shoulder, not shoulder, like a chest plate.
What is
on
this?
Armor.
The chest and shoulders?
It's like the deltoid and pec. Like sometimes they'll like blend them together too, which I think is really
I
interesting.
thought that was like a mask shape in perspective.
That's kind of cool though, I guess.
Let's see.
Do you have a book recommendation or video to watch to learn anatomy better when drawing?
Book recommendation or video to watch? I mean, this video right now, like, the body is so complex, you're going to need a bunch of different resources.
Yeah.
But the best way is to just get started.
Yeah.
Just get started, try something. It's not that there's, like, a book or a video that is the best. I would say look for something that's like an entry point into getting started. It's like the biggest difficulty that people face is just getting started and doing something.
Yeah. We have a section of anatomy in our book, How to Draw Anime Academy, How to Draw Manga. Here's some like anatomy stuff. Let me try to find it. 1 second. Oh yeah, here it is. Yeah. Here's like a breakdown of the shoulder and arm.
Can we go over elbow anatomy? Yeah, we can go over some elbow anatomy.
Yeah. You know, here's some arm anatomy right here. All labeled and stuff. And some extra breakdown. So if you're interested, you can check out this book as well. But there's also plenty of other anatomy books out there.
Yeah, there's tons of them. You know, we got like a whole pile of them behind us.
Yeah.
I can grab some of these if you want.
By the way, you can get both of our books on Amazon too. So you could just look this cover up. But anyways, yeah, here's some anatomy books. I actually really like this one right here, Morpho Simplified Forms.
Yeah.
It covers the anatomy with simplified forms, obviously. Here's this book, Anatomy for Sculptors.
It's great.
Really, really good.
Yeah.
We are not doing male and female hair
Yeah,
today.
like we said earlier, we're just going to be covering anatomy stuff. Hair, we're not gonna go over today. We've been over hair so many times on different streams. If you really want to learn, about hair, We've covered it about 100 times on our YouTube channel in the past streams, so you can go check those out.
We also have a video on it too, Beans, on our YouTube channel.
We've got TikToks on it. We've got YouTube videos on it. We've got live streams on it.
This one's a really good book.
Great
we study
book.
this a lot.
Michael Hampton. We got Morpho.
Another Morpho book.
Morpho's pretty good.
Bridgman.
If you're feeling really nerdy.
Ooh, look at this one.
You can get something like this. This isn't a drawing book, but it is a book that is drawn for people who are wanting to get more fit. So this is called Strength Training Anatomy. TikTok can't read it.
Oh, oops.
Strength Training Anatomy. And you've got a lot of information in here on the different muscles. And like right here on the arm, you can see deltoid, bicep, tricep, coracobrachialis, brachialis, pectoralis. Like that's kind of just your upper arm.
I keep seeing all these, but I've learned nothing from them. You got to draw them.
Yeah, you don't learn from watching things. You learn from doing.
Yeah. And a lot of time it takes a lot of practice. And this one's a really good one. This is
that's a great book.
Stonehouse's Anatomy. There's a lot of anatomy books out there.
Yeah,
I don't know if there's going to be any.
You learn from. Yeah, you got to be careful because that has a ton of naked people in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to do you don't learn anything from just binge watching a bunch of videos. You learn from watching, copying, doing your best, failing at it, trying again, and so on.
I'm going to keep this one for now, this Morpho. Sure. Can you do leg anatomy? Yeah, we can.
We can cover a little bit of legs as well.
Let me try to find a breakdown of the arms really quick.
I've never met a single person in my life who could draw who never drew.
Yeah. So here's another breakdown of arms. Like a lot of time you just have to simplify. Sometimes even just having something as easy as this is enough. Like, I mean, if you look at it closely, I feel like you guys could do that, right? It's just two cylinders with a little sphere. It's pretty approachable. It's just what comes after that can be a little bit more.
Hi, even though I don't understand English, the automatic dubbing helps me a lot to follow the lessons. Greetings from Nicaragua. Hello, welcome.
Hi, thank you.
That's the one that got a rate here.
Oh, awesome.
I'd like to know what they say. I think I'll have to learn English. Thank you a lot. Awesome.
I think you'll be able to learn it. I mean, if you can understand the English subtitles, that's great.
Yeah, awesome. We did get a question about elbows.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, your elbow is your ulna. That is like the bone in the middle. And it kind of acts like a wrench, like a hinge. So you've essentially got...
I'm trying to find some elbow stuff.
Yeah, I can turn this on really quick.
Yeah, do it.
So basically you've essentially got like your ulna, and it kind of looks like this. Right? It's like a little sort of wrench thing. And then you have your humerus up here, and that comes down, and it kind of goes like this. And then there's like this little thing like that, and it kind of comes out like that. All right, and this ulna hooks onto this like that. All right, and it sort of acts like a little bit of a wrench. I don't know, what does a wrench even look like? It's like it's like this.
Like this?
Yeah, it's kind of like this thing, right? And it hooks on to your humerus. So this is your humerus, and this is your ulna. And then you have your radius on the outside, and it can come over. And now if it's pronated, if your hand is hand facing down, you got another bone out here that like comes over and crosses over this, like that, right? And this one, so the thing about the radius and the ulna is the ulna is larger on the elbow side and smaller on the wrist side, and the radius is smaller on the elbow side and larger on the wrist side, right? And then of course you got like your hand and stuff down here, and it twists over. We could probably find a pretty good diagram of this to show you. But your elbow, like this is actually your elbow here. This is the bone. And when you hit your funny bone, it's this one. It's this on the inside. You bash it.
Ouch.
And they call it the funny bone because it's your humerus, and it's very humorous. It doesn't feel humorous at all.
No.
It feels very painful. But that's why It's like that, right? So that kind of hooks around there. And this is pronated.
Trying to find a
because
good...
it comes over.
Yeah.
Right? Your radius. This is your radius. And then when it's supinated, they actually run parallel to each other. So I've seen some breakdowns where it's kind of like this. Right? You have one, and then this one is like this. Right? So this is pronation, or supination, because they're parallel. And then pronation is essentially, I'm just going to steal this one. Come on. And it goes like this.
Ooh. Is it important to get the skeleton down first before doing muscles, or at the same time? You know,
I don't think it's so much about the skeleton as it is, it's kind of like this.
Yeah, like opposites.
So it's like that, right? And this is hand up. So your hand is facing up. And this is hand facing down. So it would be like this. And this would be your knuckle side. And your thumb is like that. And it's kind of like this. Like that. So supination and pronation. But this bone right here, this is literally your elbow. And so it kind of hooks on like this.
Ooh.
Elbow.
Hey, Chuko.
Right there. Like that. A lot of people will simplify it as this. A lot of people will simplify it as this. It's not bonetically correct. I don't know what the word would be, right? It's not anatomically correct. Skeletomically correct.
Skeletomically.
Skeletomically correct. But you do have it wider on here. This is your not your humerus, your ulna. And this is your radius. And you can remember the radius because it radiates around, right? It basically comes over like this. You can do something like this. All right.
Okay,
like
product
that.
Designer.
Or how about this? We'll do this.
It's not
instead.
about the skeleton, it's about what? What did you say?
It's more about like proportions. You'll learn skeleton stuff if you study them, but it's more about like what we talk about a lot of the time on stream. This is an anatomy specific stream, but proportion and posing, like what did I say? Supination. Contrapposto, right? The opposing angles of the rib cage or of the shoulders and the pelvis, right? Bend and stretch, weighted leg. Like learning how to draw good-looking people has much more to do with this than it does anatomy.
Or the skeleton.
Or the skeleton, exactly. Like you can learn about those things as you continue, and like I don't think they're bad to learn about.
Ooh, very nice.
Right?
Figure.
Like you learn how to draw good poses and proportion, right? So you go like, okay, this is a third, this is a third, this is a third. This is an extra half, right? This plus an extra is the height of the figure. So 1/2, 1/2. Like, if you want to learn how to draw good-looking people, I would recommend taking a figure drawing class because they teach you this stuff first.
We have a figure drawing class.
Yep, and then on top of this, you learn this stuff and it makes your figures a lot more understandable. But the reason that I was talking about this is because someone asked about the elbow, and the elbow is this bone. It's the ulna.
Do you have any tips on still life?
Yeah. It's not really an anatomy question.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It's not an anatomy question.
But, yeah, we do Anatomy Mondays, so we're just, like, teaching this. But we talk a lot about this kind of stuff here on our other live streams all the time. Like this sort of thing right here, right? So it's, like, starting simple, going more complex. I don't know if I really have any more human drawing stuff in this file. Maybe this one? Yeah, like, these are all from past live streams. This
There
is
they
all
are.
from past live streams, like breaking the body down as a pillow, talking about clothing stuff. Like these are some studies that I did. I bring them up sometimes on stream to show stuff, proportion,
We teach that
like
quite
clothing
often.
stuff. But this particular stream, here's like more anatomy stuff. This particular stream is an anatomy stream.
Hey, CD.
But anyways, what are you showing?
Oh, just breakdowns of the arm. Like, the way how I drew arms wasn't by knowing the skeleton, but just by learning the main volumes of the arm and then just adding on top. So, like, the anatomy or the muscle is just more forms on a simpler form. So, like, sometimes what I would do is I would start with something really simple, just like this. These are just like little tick marks for the proportion of the arm and like where the elbow is and where the wrist is and where the hand is. And I'm just checking, like, if the size is correct. And then once I'm happy with that, I turn it into basic forms. Like, oh, the sphere is for my shoulder. This part is my upper arm. This part's my lower arm. The wrist is a box right in here. And then there's my hand. And then afterwards, I would basically go in and just add more simplified muscles. But, like, after this part, it's not really all that bad to add muscles after because it's just kind of simple stuff, right? Here we got our deltoid, which is this kind of triangular, like round triangular muscle on top. Right, that's what creates that like nice round form. You know, this arm splits apart. So like I drew a little thing right here. This was a little breakdown by Kirk Shimoda, which I actually really liked. He simplified the arm kind of like these forms, these blockier forms. This is the back of your arms, which is like your triceps, and then this front of your arm is like where your biceps are. And so this part splits into two, which would mean here's the back.
Harley Boyd, what questions do you have about still lives either? Because if it's simple, I'm more than happy to answer. We don't get very many questions about still lives.
That's why we're like, ooh, that's a fun question.
And so it would be very exciting to answer one. Nobody ever wants to do still lives, even though they're one of the best exercises you could possibly do. So
yeah.
If you're still here, production quality is high on this one. You guys did an amazing job with the stream. Awesome.
Thank you,
Appreciate
Mello.
it.
Thank you.
You know, we try.
Yeah, we do. Colton does an exceptionally good job at preparing all this stuff. I have no idea how he does all this stuff. That goes over my head. But yeah, a lot of the times we also teach this in our anime art school as well. So if you want to check it out, you can check it out on our website, drawanime.com. And we have a lot of demos there. But this is all the stuff that we teach too. So here's your tricep. This is number 2 right up in here. It's the back. And this thinner one right here is your bicep. And you just fill it in. So I would literally have a reference of the anatomy, like on the side as you're drawing. You'd be like, okay, what muscle does this go? I guess I'll try my best and decipher, like, okay, this is my bicep. Okay, I got that. Now what? Oh, I see this section right here that sprouts right between these two muscles.
Juicy little sprout.
I love this one.
Oh,
this one's so good. It's like such a simple muscle, but it's like it makes arm look like chef's kiss. It's everybody be asking, how do you do arm anatomy? Like once you add this muscle, like it's just that.
Yeah, that juicy radio brachialis. You can literally see it like.
It's so good.
You can see it right there.
Yep.
It sprouts basically between the bicep and tricep on the outside of your arm.
Yeah. But
and
like,
it's kind of like a little worm, like a little slug.
Yeah, like a slug.
Yeah,
it is like a slug. Your digital brush works only for Procreate? Nope, it works for Clip Studio and
Kinda
Photoshop.
like that.
Yeah, it is kind of like
It's
that.
like a little slug that comes around. That's actually a group of muscles.
Yeah.
But generally, you simplify it as one. We're probably not going to go into each of the individual muscles.
No. But like so far we have 1, 2, 3, 4 muscles. Okay, we're almost there, right? And then the rest you can kind of just group together as like one solid mass. But generally there's more groups to that. There's like, splits, muscles that split apart and stuff. But you don't have to worry about that right now.
Yeah, so this brush is an ABR, so it'll work in anything that accepts Photoshop brushes.
Yep.
It does not work in Krita. It'll work in Clip Studio, it'll work in Procreate, it'll work in Photoshop, and anything that accepts Photoshop brushes is an ABR file, which stands for Adobe Brush.
Yeah.
I believe.
Someone's asking how to draw the deltoid in the front view.
Deltoid.
I think a lot of time when you're trying to draw like an arm going like this, if this is what you mean that by the front view, or unless you're talking about like this right here, this is what it looks like in the front view. It's you can start with a triangle like this, right? But then you could round it out. That's basically what the deltoid is from the front view. Now, if you're talking about like how does it look outstretched like this, well, you'd get a lot of overlaps, and you actually won't really see it all that much unless the person is like bulky. So like if I have this person right here and they're stretching their arm and their arm is like this, you'll have a lot of stuff interfering with the deltoid before you can really even see it. Like you got your elbow in front, you got your forearm in front, and all you'll really see is just like this little hump right in here, and that would be like your deltoid. How to show forearm muscles on women's arms? You would define them, but you don't have to make them like super bulky. But like sometimes forearms on women's arms, it's like, let me see here. So you can start with something simple like this.
Yeah. And you might only go that far.
Yeah, exactly. You might only go that far. If you want it more defined, you can add like a little, this little separation right here. This is the separation between like your elbow bone and like your forearm muscles. If you really want to,
you can see that line on my arm right here.
Yeah.
See, it's right there.
Yep. It's kind of hard to see sometimes.
And so it comes from my elbow, and you basically take your ulna straight down.
Yeah.
You can feel it. You can actually feel this bone if you take your arm and you touch your elbow, and you come on the outside of your arm, so your pinky side, you can trace this bone all the way down to your
pinky side.
This little bump right here, and that's that line. You can just put a single line there to indicate it, and that's what she drew. And so on the bottom you have those muscles, and on the top you have these muscles, and you can just draw a single line that indicates a separation between them. And then don't forget, right here you've got that bit, but you don't have to show it. You don't have to show it.
Yeah. Just confirm this information. Yeah, like sometimes, like if I'm feeling like I want this woman to be more toned, I just add like a little indication of where this brachioradialis is.
You can almost think of it like, how much do you want to show, right? Like, do you do that? Do you do that? Do you do that? It's almost like a liquefy tool, like in your brain, or you can just go like that, like level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. It's like, how much do you want to show it?
Yeah.
That's what you do with these muscles, right? You learn them at, say, maybe like a level 3, but you can always tone them down to a level 1.
Yeah.
So you're not always drawing buff characters, buff écorché characters. You learn it clearly, and then you tone it down afterwards.
It's like deflating it. Like this is what you generally like study just to find like where all the muscles are, and then you deflate it or inflate it even more depending on the body type that you want. So like if I were to deflate this, I'd be like, okay, well I just make the deltoid much thinner, everything thinner.
I saw you guys on TikTok. Nice.
Hi.
We're on TikTok right now.
Yeah.
Hi, hello, Miko. Welcome.
Right. These are the same thing. It's just one's not as buff as the other, but they all have the same muscles. The volume is just not the same though. Right? So yeah, there's some stuff on arms.
Imagine a body made of forearms. You definitely get better at drawing forearms.
Yeah, you definitely would.
Tired?
Not really. I just kind of yawn. Sometimes you just yawn even though you're not tired. Some people were asking about leg anatomy. I don't know. Let me think.
But I do have to tell you, watching this, all good. You learn stuff. Your brain will not retain very much of this information. Your brain will not retain much of the information that you hear today unless you do exercises to reinforce it.
Yep.
So, like, what I would recommend is after the stream, you go head on over to the YouTube channel and re-watch the stream. Find your own references of arms and draw them and try to put in those muscles and try to apply the stuff. That's called homework.
Yeah.
And it is how you learn things. It's how you solidify information into your brain.
Yep.
People watch tons and tons and tons of tutorials thinking that they're going to learn something, and then the information comes in and just goes right back out.
Yep.
Or worse, you think you know, but you really don't. And then you go on TikTok chat and complain at streamers.
Complain.
Not you guys though.
Not you guys. You guys are great.
But that's the thing, right? It's like you have to do exercises. You have to apply this stuff physically on paper or tablet or whatever, or iPad, in order to really solidify it in your mind. That's why teachers give homework, is because it teaches you how to do this stuff.
Yep. And we give homework in our classes too.
Yeah.
Which is why it's like that's so important. Generally, I don't really see drawing videos really have homework, because it's like it's a free YouTube thing. But
it's funny because most tutorials don't have any homework.
Yeah, they just tell you how to do it, but then they don't really like them. But then that's it. And even then, sometimes the tutorial's like, I didn't really get that much out of it, even when I try it.
Yeah, and you'll hear things like, oh my gosh, I've watched so many tutorials, but I still can't do this. And it's like, if you drew it as many times as you watch tutorials, you could probably do it by now.
Yeah. So
like
this is
just, what?
No, go ahead.
Oh, no, that's just how it works. That's how anything works. It's like you don't watch a bunch of videos on how to drive and then you can drive like a pro.
I wish I could do that, because I don't know. Driving's intimidating to me.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Anyways, what are you covering now?
Just the side of the arm right here.
Mm-hmm.
Here's your bicep. Bottom is your tricep.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this is the part where everybody gets confused. Like, oh, where's the bicep when your arm is turning? Like this or like that. Like, where's the bicep now?
Mm-hmm. It's really good to think about the arm as a box.
Yeah.
Think about the arm, the upper arm, as a box that is wider this way than from the top.
Yeah.
So it's what direction is that arm facing?
Oh, this is wait, this arm or this arm?
Okay, that the box one.
Oh, okay.
So it's going to be wider this way than it is this way. Or I should say it's taller than it is wide.
Yeah.
And here you go.
So like if I were to draw this arm and I drew another box. I'm kind of imagining this is a side, right? This side is generally...
Is that the inside or the outside?
Outside.
Okay.
So let me think. Even I'm confused. Okay. I think your deltoid would be here. Then there is your bicep on this side, and then your tricep down here. I'm kind of looking at a weird angle at this. I shouldn't have drawn it at this angle. It's hard. I'm going to redo this. There, that's better. Change the angle.
Any tips on getting the proportions correct for foreshortening? Yeah, do Krenz cubes. They help a lot with foreshortening.
They do.
Foreshortening is difficult because people are very bad at guessing how deep something is. And so, yeah, I'd say do Krenz cubes. They're pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you can guess a square in perspective, you're a boss.
Like you got everything
You're a god.
handled. Yeah. Your forearm is kind of like a wrench. So then if I were to draw this arm, this is a very thick arm.
How do you spell that? The word before? Here.
Go ahead.
It's Krenz, Krenz cubes. And it's basically just a box exercise where you practice drawing cubes, like perfect cubes, in perspective. And so it essentially, it looks something like this. One of the most difficult things for people to do is guess a square in perspective. It is deceptively hard. And I mean, it is extremely deceptively hard. Like, if you don't think it's hard, you're not doing it right. And I mean that, like, for real.
Yeah, like this is supposed to be a difficult assignment.
Yeah, so it's like rotating boxes.
It's like the push-ups are easy, but you're doing them wrong because they're supposed to be hard.
Yeah, so
kind of like that.
This side is supposed to be a square in perspective. this side is a square in perspective. So it's like, how do you measure depth in perspective, right? There's this pencil. If I turn it, it becomes a lot shorter, but it's still the same length, right? It's just in perspective. And so it's like, how do you measure that length in perspective accurately so you don't accidentally end up drawing, say you want to draw a square, like if you drew this in perspective, right? I'll make like a really obvious example.
That ain't a cube.
From a side view, this thing would literally look like this. It's like super duper long, right? You'd have to chop it off like here or something, maybe around there.
To make it feel like a shorter box.
Yeah. And so you'd probably have to chop it even more than that. So the Krenz cubes is an exercise that helps get better at that. And there's like a whole method to it. We've covered it before on streams and stuff, but since this is an anatomy stream, we're not really going to talk about it too much today. But you can do exercises like, here's a cylinder, and you start rotating that cylinder around, and you try to get something that's the same length as it turns more and more towards you.
Mm-hmm. And a cylinder from the side is basically just a rectangle, isn't it?
Yeah. Like, you could even go and open up Blender, and you could make, say, a cylinder, and you could take a bunch of screenshots of it from different angles and draw it, or you could do it with, like, a box, and you could take a bunch of screenshots of it and draw it. It's like, you want to get to the point where you can kind of intuitively feel the length of something as it goes away. It's deceptively difficult. Like, even amongst professional artists, it's really hard to do. Mm-hmm. And like, one of the ways around it is people just draw so much stinking figures that they can just kind of guess it. Because the way to like mathematically figure this out, if anybody seriously wants to do it, they just build it in 3D.
I heard someone say that perspective is more important than anatomy when drawing. Do you agree?
I mean, perspective is just things in 3D space, right? Perspective is just the rules that govern objects in 3D space when it's like represented on a two-dimensional surface, right? So like, if I have a piece of paper and I draw a box on this piece of paper, it's not a real box. Like, this is a flat surface, right? So perspective is just the rules that govern how this box looks. So is it more like, anatomy is not nearly as important as people think it is?
It's definitely a rabbit hole.
Yeah, like simple things, but just learned the other day that the further end of the cylinder is more rounded. Not necessarily. The further something is from the horizon line, the more rounded it is. Like, if I draw a horizon line here, and I draw a can sitting on the ground, you might get this. Like, you might get a slightly rounder version. Like, the reasons that a cylinder looks rounded is because, say, here's the ground. Let's say you have a perfect hole in the ground that's cylindrical, right? So this is like a manhole. And here's you standing. The cylinders are measured in degrees. So this would be the degree of the cylinder. Mm-hmm. So the bottom side of the cylinder is going to be a wider degree. And so it's going to end up looking something like this. Now, it depends how close you are. So say you're this close. Now you've got this one, and now this one's really wide.
Wow, that one's very wide. Well, like, that's why fisheye. Like, the closer you are, like, that's more like fisheye perspective.
Yeah. So that's the angle of that one, right? So this cylinder, if I was further away from it, may not be anywhere near that squished. It could be like this squished. So it has to do with how far you are from the cylinder and how wide of it's a camera lens thing. Because this guy's using a wider camera lens than this guy, right? This versus, say, this. It's a shallower angle. Like, this is the FOV.
What is FOV again?
Field of view.
Oh, okay.
It's your field of view. If you play video games and you increase or decrease your field of view, this is what governs that. further end of the cylinder is more rounded. So you mean like this one right here? Like
I
generally?
think the further.
But not necessarily.
What about like a one that's laying on its side, like if the lips is facing towards us?
I mean, it could be like, wait, what? Oh, you mean like this?
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be
Okay.
it'd be something like that. This would be the minor axis, and it would point at a vanishing point.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways,
Yeah.
I'm getting off track with anatomy stuff.
It's fine.
I find this stuff very interesting.
I like it when you teach this stuff. It's really cool.
Yeah, you can set that experiment up in real life too.
Oh yeah, you
There
could
you go.
actually. Did you also like calculate a degree of an ellipse like that?
Yeah, I would.
You're like testing it out.
I would put a protractor up against my phone camera and look at different cylindrical objects, and then I would take a picture of it, and I would use my ellipse guide set.
To check.
Yeah, that's how I learned this stuff. I actually just figured it out by kind of doing, I don't know, science project or something.
Science project.
It's
yeah.
easy to do. Like, you could do it in Photoshop. Like, you could just look up like ellipse guides on Google, and you'll find just like a whole bunch of different ellipse degrees. But you can also learn it from books.
Mm-hmm. I find that elbows also kind of look like this. So like your elbow will look like this, and then from the side will sprout like your arm muscles. So that's why we have like, when we draw arms like this, there's like the elbow in the middle, and then there's two muscles
Wait, what?
on the side. Like when you draw your arm.
chicken
like this,
legs?
the chicken legs, but also there's like a little center part
Mm-hmm.
like this, and then like your muscles kind of surround the elbow, like kind of like that. Let's see.
I hope this is useful, by the way, this anatomy stuff.
Yeah.
I obviously, like I said before, I would really recommend practicing this stuff. Just go, like, draw 20 arms. Get some photos of arms. Collect some reference. You can even use the reference that was drawn on stream today.
Yeah.
And just draw a bunch of arms. It'll help so much.
Yeah.
Like, I'm telling you, if you don't practice, all of the stuff you hear on stream will be poofed out of your head within, like, a month. Like, you won't remember, like, any of it.
That's because it's very dense information, you know?
If you go and you practice this and you draw, like, 20 different arms and break it down, you will retain it for years.
I have to draw a bunch of arms in order to retain all this information. And I feel like I still need I still have a lot to learn with arms. But it's like, as long as you know the basics, like, the basics is all you really need to make an illustration.
Yeah.
So.
And, like, part of the reason that classes are so helpful is because it actually gets you to do the homework a lot of the time. Like,
Yeah.
that's why classes are so effective.
Yeah.
It's because you do the homework or you lose your money.
Yep.
And so it's a good accountability thing.
It is.
Yeah.
Here's your deltoid. Yeah.
Muscle memory is so important. Yeah, for sure.
Very helpful. I've been practicing anatomy like crazy, but these tips helped. That's
Awesome.
good.
Yeah, like I'll go through like this book, for example. I went through probably about half of the book so far. The Anatomy for Artists by Tom Fox draws. This one's really good. I went through probably about, I don't know, half of the book or so,
I want to see where
and
it does the
drew
elbow.
every single drawing. Just like look at the drawing, draw it yourself. Maybe try to draw a different angle of it, elbows on.
Because I have trouble with them, and I'm like, how would I exactly draw them?
But like no single anatomy book is going to be the answer to everything. It's more it has much more to do with practicing it than it does the book.
The book.
There's a lot of good books. Like this sort of thing.
Oh, yeah. Is that in English? Yes.
Yeah. I don't know if they have different language versions. I never looked. I don't even know where the elbow is, bro, in this book. There's so many.
Is the person who asked about leg anatomy still here? Have you guys done legs for Anatomy Mondays on previous live streams?
Nope.
Nope,
Not yet.
but-
This is our second one.
Yeah, this is our second one. I mean, we could go over that a bit today. I mean, we don't always have to just do one topic every that week.
I don't know where the heck the elbow stuff is, honestly.
What has been the most effective way you learn anatomy? For me personally, this is how I learned anatomy. And this is exactly what I have you go through in anime art school. I do this. I construct a torso, like just with simple forms and volumes, and then I add muscles, and then I color code, and then I label. I label personally because I need to know the muscles because I teach it. You don't have to do this, but at least color code like different muscle groups in the torso. That's what I do, or whatever thing that you do. Like, this is torso stuff. These are all demos from Anime Art School. You know, here's legs. Front, side, you know, side from this side, the side from the inside, you know, back, and just do it over and over and over again. If you grab
my iPad.
Yeah. It is your iPad.
I can show some of those as well. Like that, it do the exact same thing. Photos, scroll down, my art. Down, 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 down. I do a lot of stuff. I need to do more. Yeah. Like this. Exact same thing. I'll draw a whole complete figure proportionally. This is the end result, by the way.
Yeah.
This is the end result. The beginning of these literally look like... Where was that? The beginning of these look like this. The beginning of these look like this. Right? And then they look like this. And then they look like this. And then they have colors added to them. So, like, this is just, like, kind of an anatomy stream. But I don't want to act like this just comes poofs into existence. Like,
without any planning.
It's a large process of building up, right? It's going to be like, that girl there is, like, leaning forward. So it's like, okay, leaning forward. You've got a big stretch and bend. It's going to be like that. And then her head comes out like that, right? And it's like, here's the side of the body. Here's the front of it. Here's this. Like, this is proportional, right? I'm making sure that, like, here's the rib cage in here. And I'm trying to keep this measurement proportional to this measurement. So it's like, is this the same as this? For the most part, it's close enough that I can change it later, right? Because remember, it's like our proportional system is one box, another box. So this is 1, 2, and then we add another one on top. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, you might move that over a bit.
1, 2, 3, right? 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. That's the top half of the body. We got 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3. They're at different angles, but it's still that same proportion, right? And then it's like, all right, we'll put the knee in there. There's the knee. There's that. And what else do we have? So this is bent. So I'll just go.
Cylinder.
It's a cylinder. Now what's her arm doing? Her arm's going back and coming out. This arm's like coming out and coming forward. And this length right here is going to be the same as one of these three. Because remember, the elbow comes down. This is lowered, right? So this is going to be a little bit lower. But if this one came out, it would probably be a little bit higher. This length right here is going to be the same as this length. And it's close enough. And then this length is going to be the same again. But since this is tilted, it's going to come down further than here. And so, like, all of these start off like this. Every single one. Right? And then after building up and after adding the form, the muscles and everything get added. Because, like, why would I add a bunch of muscles to a body that's not proportionally accurate or not carefully measured? You know, it's like, I don't know, it's like drawing, it's like, you could draw like a car and you make it like, I don't even know, like this long. And you're like, okay, here's one wheel, and here's another wheel, and
I don't know if you want to show that.
Here's the top. What? Why didn't it? It didn't go on for TikTok.
Oh.
There it goes.
It didn't go on for YouTube.
Here's the wheel. Here's the other wheel. Here's the top. Here's the engine. And I'm going to make a really stinking detailed engine. Yeah. Yeah. Like, right? It's a waste to add a ton of detail to a car that looks like this. So that's why we're literally always in every single stream talking about proportion, the basics of posing, contrapposto, right? Weighted leg.
Do you guys do a separate stream / content for clothing?
Like that.
We have done clothing streams before.
Yeah, we've done clothing streams. This is from a recent stream. We did a bunch of clothing stuff a couple streams ago.
We also have a video on clothes on our YouTube channel as well.
And I also break down this kind of stuff, which are like old studies that I did from, I don't know, last year.
Yeah, last year.
Last year, maybe. Was it last year?
Can you learn to do other illustrations by learning from this class? What do you mean by this class? Do you mean like this stream?
Let's see. How do I know where to place lines?
What do you mean by that?
I'm not really sure what you mean.
Like, what do you mean by where to place lines? Do you mean like how the proportions of something? You offer
a separate class? Oh, the
our anime art
school. It's
yes.
not that one. This is actually gone.
Yeah, that's actually gone. Yes, actually, yeah, we do have classes, and we do have you create illustrations in there as well.
Mm-hmm.
You want to show the...
Yeah.
Switch the screen. So yeah, you can check out our anime art school on our website.
Take a screenshot of that.
Yes, take a screenshot of that.
If you want it.
That is where you'll find it. It's the yellow button.
That is a website, by the way, not a Google search. So just type that in. It's going to be the yellow button.
Yeah.
And it'll take you to a page. It'll show you all about it.
But we also have you guys do illustrations of your own characters. Like, basically in this heads class, for example, there's like 7 different classes in this whole program. But I have you create 2 characters of your own, and I have you guys make illustrations of them just because it's fun, right? Here...
Yeah, I think we probably have a bunch of students in the chat as well. It looks like Chuko's here.
Yeah.
Dahlia's probably here as well.
Now in the anatomy class, I don't have you do like full on crazy great illustrations, but I have you do like full figure drawings with color. So like here's one, black and white first to understanding how value works in figure painting, and then adding color with the reference involved. And there's a bunch of studies and stuff. With the clothing class, I have you do a bunch of rendering studies and outfits. Colton's class has you do interiors and exteriors and perspective, and he teaches you how to do that from start to finish.
Yeah, and Talia, really close. Lindsay, hello.
Yeah, hi Lindsay.
Gizmo, hello.
So here is designing characters from scratch and creating your own character sheets. Like this is great for if you have your own project, and then you take these designs and make your own illustrations. So yeah, we do a bunch of illustration projects. One of my favorite parts, honestly. But yeah. So yeah, you can find this out. Check it out on our anime art school.
But yeah, and we do have mentorships as well. Speaking of mentorships, Lindsay reminded me because she's taking Christina's mentorships. But if you're looking for like a one-on-one mentorship to help you get better, we also do that, and you can DM us to ask about it. Well, anyways, what were we...
I don't know what we were talking about.
We'll just go back to arms for now then.
Yeah, okay. I know some people are asking about legs. I kind of covered what I want to cover about arms. I don't know if I want to go into all about like the crazy anatomy, but I guess this is an anatomy stream, so yeah, I might as.
You can do legs. I guess we did get some questions about legs, yeah.
Yeah. So legs, it's about flow. You have your pelvis right here. I'm assuming let me think here. Okay. I'm just going to place a little marker right here. This will be my feet. And this will be where my legs are going to go. What I do for drawing legs is I'll draw like a very simple gesture. This will include an S-curve, which is your outer thigh. This part right here is like your shin, and down here is including your feet. You can just start with something very simple like this. And then you can, start posing it. This is basically the outside of the leg, by the way, so that's what I'm kind of accounting for. But this doesn't have to be perfect. You just have to make some entry point. Right? Now, here, technically, I should maybe put the gesture here, but it doesn't really matter. I can always change the thickness. Here's your crotch. And so if you're drawing like a girl's leg or a guy's leg, they'll have different thicknesses. But if you're drawing like a girl's leg, for example, you're going to go much thicker towards the thighs. And you're basically just going to thicken it.
And the reason that proportion is so important is that everybody has such a large variety and differences between the thicknesses of their limbs and things like some people have a thigh gap, some people don't, right? And having a good underlying proportional structure allows you a lot of flexibility.
Yep.
You just go, this person has wider hips, this person has narrower hips, this person, but like there's like the range that it differs is like pretty much everybody has the bottom of the pillar of their knee halfway.
Yep.
So this to me is a little bit low.
It is a little bit low.
But how do you tell if it's low? You know the proportional method.
Yeah. Like, I'll take my pelvis right up here. I'll move it down. If I divide this in half, that should be where the knee is. Or the bottom of the knee. And so if I measure it over here.
You could do a live where people can send in art to help improve and give tips. We have done that in the past.
Yep.
We don't do it all the time, though.
Now, where the heck is that drawing? There it is. I need to move this up, maybe make it a little bit bigger so it feels more proportional.
And it's a way to really get in the ballpark.
Yeah. And sometimes this may be all you need for, like, leg drawing. Because you just need your kneecaps, you need your forms of your leg, and what perspective it's going in, and that's it. But if you want to be more toned, then you would have to know some of the anatomy. So, thoughts on academies like Lime Academy and Grand Central?
You know, we actually thought about going to Lime Academy. I don't think that I would be able to pay attention the whole time. I just don't.
I think they'll teach a lot of useful things like anatomy.
They're good. Like,
yeah.
I think they're good. I haven't been there. Our oil painting teacher said that if he was starting today, he would go to Lime Academy.
Yeah.
It's a 2-year program. It's only like $13,000 per term.
Yeah.
Which is insane. For an entire year in school, $13,000. That's so much better than almost any other trade school you can find. Mm-hmm. And they get classically trained. Like, they get really good.
Yeah.
I guess it depends on what you're looking for. If I wanted to get into concept art or illustration, absolutely, I wouldn't go there. If I wanted to get into classical fine art and get classically trained, for sure, I'd probably do something like that.
Yep. Oh boy.
Applejack's here to...
Applejack is here to wreck my iPad and...
Hi, baby.
He is cute, though. You're being very cute. Look at the baby. The fat...
The most dangerous animal in the... Wait, what did it say? The most dangerous animal on the planet. Teeth like razors. To rip the meat off the bone. What does he say exactly?
I don't know.
But, hey, that is my black tea. No kitties allowed. Dang it, now I got a silly cat hair in it.
Silly cat hair. So when you're doing like leg anatomy, just keep in mind that there is going to be fat on the legs, especially for girls in the thigh area. If you're just doing anatomy, you're not going to include any fat at all. You're just going to include the muscles. So just keep in mind that your legs are probably going to be narrower than you imagine them, and then you would generally like thicken them like separately.
I think it's worth looking into.
Yeah.
Elvis Hernandez. I think it's worth looking into. Like, go for it. It'd be sick.
It would be a great life experience, you know?
Yeah,
I don't think you'd regret it.
If I wasn't in the situation that I'm in right now with, like, running a business and, you know, being in the industry for this long and all that, I would probably go. Like, that'd be sick.
That would be really cool. I've kind of always wanted to go to, like, a really rigorous, like, art program where I just dedicate, like, my 2 years of my life doing that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Digital is great. Imagine if we could do that with pencil. Yeah. I mean, you can erase with pencil. You can do overlays. You can start a new sheet.
So what I've done here was I've separated the top of the leg into 2 groups. Here's the inside and here's the outside. This part right here is the longest muscle in your body. It's called the sartorius. And then that splits this leg into 2 groups. Here's your adductors. You know, these muscles are great to learn when you're going to the gym because, like, sometimes the machines will be named after the specific muscles. So, like, if you've ever done the adductor stuff or whatever that is, abductor, adductor thingums, that's where it's based off of. That's where they exercise it. Here's your adductors. Now, up on the top right here is going to be your quads. And you have 3 quads, 3 quad groups. One quad is in the center, kind of up here, which is the first one. You got one on the outside, right in here, and then you got one on the inside, I don't know if I will do all the names, but there's basically three. There's three of them right there.
Yeah, they're called your quads because technically that center one's considered like two.
Two. That is true, actually. It kind of looks like to me, it looks like a fish fillet. But yeah, this muscle technically is split into two. And then this muscle right here is connected to your the tendons to your kneecaps. And what I do for kneecaps is I simplify them into this kind of shield form right in here, but a little bit more rounded. So you'll see that right in here. And then this part, there's like a little bit of a bunching. So if I drew the leg from the side, here's your sartorius, here's your quad. Your sartorius and towards the kneecap will actually have like a little group of muscles that hang on the side of your kneecap, and that's sometimes why you'll see like this kind of uneven shape with your kneecaps. You'll sometimes see this little bump right in here. That's basically what it's doing. There's just a bunch of muscles connecting in this area, and they all combine at once. So yeah, you'll see that. Here's your shin, comes down. You got your let me think. You got your shin muscles in the front, which is your tibialis anterior group. And then down here, which pokes out a little bit on the inner part of the leg, is your calves. Crazy, huh? You can actually see your calves from this angle. There's leg muscles from the front. So it's really hard to do this if you have no like proper foundation. If I just told you to start drawing like this, like just right away without any guidelines, you'd lose your mind. It's just too difficult.
It's always proportion first.
Yeah.
Proportion, set it up. There's different proportional breakdowns. Most people use one very similar. Most people are similar proportions. Like everybody has a range, but all of them kind of fall into pretty similar range.
Yeah. Like these drawings aren't pretty, and I don't necessarily like these kind of drawings. In fact, I wish my drawings like this were prettier, but once you know this, you can basically go in and just think of this as like an x-ray vision. Let me duplicate. So if I were to like draw legs now, I'd basically treat this like an underdrawing. Like this is what I see in my mind underneath, and all I'm doing is putting a blanket over it. I'm thinking, oh, I want more fat here. Maybe I won't imply this muscle right here, or maybe I'll imply just a tiny bit. Here's this muscle, here's my kneecap. I would definitely want to imply the sartorius right in here, and the adductors, but I don't need to imply everything. I can just imply some, and that's why some legs look the way they do, is because artists just decide what they want to show. But all this, like, other foundation, all the foundation is underneath.
What are your tips for drawing human bodies quick? And Pompoof says adductors move stuff to the middle, and abductors take it away.
Interesting.
What are your tips for drawing human bodies quick? Speed comes from, familiarity, doing it a lot. And you can also just practice exercises that get you faster, primarily timed.
Yeah.
I would not recommend beginners do really, really... I don't recommend beginners focus on trying to draw the body faster.
Yeah, I don't recommend it either.
I think gesture drawing is really good, but that's more about finding the flow of the body rather than trying to draw it as quick as possible.
Mm-hmm.
You focus on less. You don't focus on any of the muscles. You focus on the main elements of the gesture. But do it for 10 years. Put 10,000 hours into it. I guarantee you'll be a lot faster.
Yeah.
Just sheer quantity and repetition. And then I would say once you're really familiar with the subject, focus on optimizing workflow, speeding up, what details are absolutely essential, which ones are not.
We got a little thing.
Janos Stuff with a $1.49 super chat on YouTube. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Awesome.
Are you
Can we get some W's?
Yeah. Are you drawing using Procreate? If so, this is just the round. Is this just the round brush you're using the sketch? Yes, I am using Procreate. but I'm using a different brush. And you can get this brush on our website for free. It is on our
Yes.
website, drawanime.com, and it's the green button.
Yes. You can take a screenshot of that. The brush looks like this. It looks like a shield, twisted sideways with a texture. That's what it looks like. This is the exact brush. This one's just in Photoshop instead. It's a good brush. A bunch of people have downloaded it.
Let's see. Yeah. Some anatomy stuff. Anatomy is a very easy topic to get into rabbit holes because there's just so much information.
Gabe draws you. Great tutorial, guys. Inspired. Awesome.
Oh, thank you.
Appreciate it. Says I'm lagging. Are you still lagging?
Like, yeah, I guarantee you that once you do a bunch of these practices, like, and just label or do whatever you need to memorize, you will get it.
Yeah.
It's not that hard. It just takes a long time. It just takes a long time.
Thank you for all the follows on TikTok, by the way.
Thank you.
A lot of people. Cloud Infection, Lena, Neko, Bailey, Burnt Cheese,
Ooh, yummy.
Dark Nathan Art, Superb, Holden, Aaron. Thank you for the follows. Appreciate it. Would you say being talented or gifted is a real thing? Some people definitely do take to things faster. Does not have anywhere near as much effect on art career as you would think. It has way more to do with the work ethic of the person. I've met some people, and I don't mean this in a mean way at all, extremely difficult time understanding certain things with art.
Yeah.
And
can confirm.
A lot of those people just outworked everybody else, and they got all the jobs that everybody else was wanting. Like, and I feel like a lot of the time it actually gets canceled out with arrogance. Like, I think a lot of people who take to art and learn things very quickly tend to get kind of cocky. Not everybody, for sure. Some people are super humble, but a lot of people who are very, very talented in art get cocky and just dead stop learning, or they think they're better than other people.
They think they mastered it.
They think they mastered something. And then everybody else who's really struggling passes them as they work hard.
Because they got compliant.
I've seen it a lot of times.
Or complacent.
So it just doesn't. I absolutely agree. Like, there are some people that just get it really fast, and other people who don't get it nearly as fast. Doesn't really affect things nearly as much as you'd think.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like the mind is what controls everything, right?
Yep.
I'm one of those people. I never took to art very fast. I drew for years and years as a kid and never got better. I didn't know reference was even a thing. I was terrible for like a lot of my childhood. Like, I still don't think I'm very good, but I was really, 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 really behind. As soon as I got to a school where other people actually drew, I was like dead at the bottom, like
Aww.
Dead last.
Well, there's also things like sometimes things just disconnect. Like, you sometimes struggle with oil painting because it's like, you know how to do it digitally, but then when you do it on oils, it's like,
yeah,
what
and
do I do
sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Like,
Yeah.
Approaching any new medium has the chance of all of your conscious brain energy is going into something that you're not familiar with, so it can just kind of push out all of the stuff that you know.
Yeah.
But, like, to an extent. Or, like, a lot of the stuff. But just doesn't really affect things as much as you'd think. I mean, there's a reason underdog stories are popular.
Yeah. Just when they don't believe him and he believe in them or whatever.
Huh?
Underdog stories are really popular because it's like a lot of people don't believe in the main character, but then they like prove them wrong.
Yeah. And that's real. Like, that 100% happens.
Yeah.
And it's like that with anything, you know?
Yeah. I need to remember that the deltoid actually hides a little bit behind the bicep. So when I draw the bicep, I'm like, oh, that's where it connects.
I mean, it like connects inside of there, yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. I need to learn more about the forearm muscles. But apparently you can really simple breakdown of the forearm is like a drumstick. So here's your upper arm. Here's your lower arm. It kind of hooks in like a little, I don't know what this shape is.
Like a ball jointed doll.
Yeah, it's like a ball jointed doll. And then
where's that mannequin? Where the heck is that little figurine we had? It's just laying around here.
there's like a stick.
I was just playing with it a little bit ago, wasn't I?
Yeah, I thought you were.
Whatever.
Tips on drawing female torso. Basically, what? Go ahead.
I was going to say someone asked a question right before that.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Are you asking if a tablet is kind of bad to start drawing? Tips on drawing female torso. You're good at drawing female torsos.
I'm good at drawing female torsos. There's no, I mean, as long as you have a structure. Like for me, whenever I draw a female torso, I think about like their body width and height. But for the most part, I think about like where's the rib cage and where's the pelvis at. You know, we talk about this a lot on stream. But for me, like this is what I set my figures up with, and then I add a head, and I know that my head is about 2/3 of this one box. So this, and this are all about roughly equal units. Of course, this will change depending on your style. So I made this head a little bit big and a little bit high up there, so I'm gonna move it. And here's your female torso, like the base of it. Like you can basically start adding stuff on top now. Here you can add in your neck. And the female torso is all about the shape of the actual body. Like you really want to make sure that you get this nice curvature. If you're drawing like a typical like generic feminine female body, your rib cage is gonna be much narrower. Not super narrow like this, or she can't breathe, but like about like a 60-degree angle. I like to, when I draw my torsos, I think it's easier when I draw my torso and then I add like a little hole like right next to it, like that's my armhole. And so then I sprout my little shoulder right out from here. That's how I like to draw shoulders as well.
Yeah, as far as the question, if a tablet is bad to start drawing, I think the only thing bad is just not starting at all. It doesn't really matter what you start with. Most people start with pencil and paper because that's just what they have access to. Mm-hmm. Doesn't really matter. And it's totally up to you. It's like, you know, according to who.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, you're the one who's drawing, so you should have the say if it's good or bad.
Mm-hmm. You know, this will work the same way with a muscular body. In fact, here, I did a muscular body right in here.
Can you cover the fat of the stomach when it's more compressed or when the torso is leaning to one side? The fat of the stomach, it more serves to just like smooth stuff out. And are you talking about like male or female? Because they tend to have fat deposits in different areas generally.
Mm-hmm. So here's like a male and female torso that I did earlier on a different Anatomy Monday stream. I think that was the last Anatomy Monday stream. And I started the same way. Look, basic structure, add in my rib cage and my pelvis. Mm-hmm. The only difference is that their body shape is slightly different. This one's a little bit triangular on the top and a little bit narrower on the hips. Mm-hmm. This one, her shoulders are wider and her hips are wider, so it creates a nice hourglass shape. And all you do is just you add forms on top and you add your muscle on top, like fitting a puzzle. So, I mean, you can take a screenshot of this if you want. This is exactly for these kind of questions. And a muscular body is the same way. You just bulk it up.
I think this is a pretty good breakdown.
I love that one right there.
I think these are pretty good breakdowns of, like, the abdominal area. Like, the fat and the abs kind of work together to create kind of, like, this double shape. And you'll see this wedging happen a lot, like with the abdominals. Like this is squishing, kind of like you said, right? You've got your external oblique right here, your side muscles. And this is like a diagram, right? This isn't like an anatomical exactness. This is like the egg, the Play-Doh,
and
the box. Right? This is like the idea of you've got an egg, you've got a squishy middle, and you've got a box that it's sitting on. This is the rib cage, the squishy middle, and the pelvis, right? Your abs, obliques, all that kind of stuff. Your fat, all whatever is in there. And they tend to like wedge into each other like this. They'll like sit into each other, and you'll kind of have these two main volumes, which is like the top section and the bottom section, and they pretty much separate at the belly button. And so, you know, if you were to add squishy middle in here, this would be kind of like that, and this would, you know, maybe come out or about that. And drawing the squishy middle, it's literally just this exercise here. Snaking around. You go from parallel to parallel, and you snake around, and then you just push it further. Mm-hmm. Like that. It's kind of like a little slug. It's very similar to the radiobrachialis, like we were talking about on the arm.
Yeah.
It's just kind of this slug that comes over. So the external obliques. Right? Where's the external obliques? There you go. They kind of snake around the outside, right? Here you are again, snake around, and you'll get these like that sort of thing, right? These squishes. If you do a lot of figure drawing, you'll see this happen a lot.
It's a lovely torso. Do you have a tip for getting proportions better on a human body?
Do it a lot.
Do it a lot.
Do it a lot. We talk about proportions all the time. We are huge advocates of learning proportion. And so do it a lot. Proportion in its simplest form to me is top of the head to the pit of the neck. That's 1 unit. Pit of the neck to the bottom of the rib cage. That's a 2nd unit. Bottom of the rib cage to the bottom of the pubic bone. That is 3 units. 1, 2, 3. That's half the body. You double it and bring it down. This is an 8-head figure, by the way. You double it, doop, joop, joop. You bring it down, joop. This is basically where the bottom of the feet are. That is an 8-head figure. Top part of the body, you can break it into 3. Bottom part of the body, you can break it into 2. Bottom of the pillar of the knee is generally right here. Right? Your femur comes out. Leg. This leg's a little bit off balance. Oops, didn't mean to do that. You can do something like that.
Oh,
you can have another leg. This kind of connects up here like this. But general, just basic proportions, right? Basic proportions like that. And then you adjust based on the specific person. You based on your model. If you're doing drawing from life, you can go, oh, you know, that person has shorter legs. What do I do when someone has shorter legs?
Boop.
You know, boop. There we go.
If only you could do that traditionally.
What do you do when someone has longer legs? Yeah, and if you were doing this traditionally, you would know the proportions, and you'd go, oh, here's the top of the figure, here's the bottom of the figure, here's half. Boop. There's the bottom of the legs. Longer legs. Half, bottom of their knee. Like, this is really what people use in figure drawing classes. That's your standard 8-head figure. Your head is going to be 2/3 of this. The bottom of the nose is at that 1 halfway mark, and each of these 3 boxes,
about 2 hands each.
2, 3, are 2 hand lengths. So your hand, bottom of the nose to the top of the head, right? Your second hand, pit of the neck to the bottom of the nose, and every one of these boxes is going to be 2 hand lengths.
Okay.
That's not quite right there.
Well, it's just because it's tilted a bit.
Yeah, it's a tilted box.
It's like if you can get it like on average like 2 hands. Like you would probably measure from that side.
Yeah,
like, does this feel like 2 hands tall?
I would move this a little bit, but essentially that's it. It's an 8-head figure. 8 head.
You have the Paul.
Oh yeah. Who's Paul?
Pole. I don't know how to pronounce that.
8-head figure. It's measured in hand length and head heights. You bring the head down, it generally goes to the nipple. You bring the head down again, it generally goes to the belly button. Like, you kind of use these measurements as guidelines to start. You know, you swing out from the bottom of the rib cage, elbow, you swing out from the bottom of the pubic bone, wrist, you add another hand length on the end of it. It's a good starting point, but people have different proportions, so again, it's a starting point. It's like a starting point. And then everything is based on that.
What happens when you finally understand anatomy and try to piece it together, but it don't look right?
You probably didn't do this enough.
Yeah, it's a proportion.
It's gonna be a proportion and gesture and like a figurative issue.
Yeah.
When you learn muscles in a vacuum, it does not look right when you put it together.
Because you still need to show how big those muscles are in relationship
Right?
to other
if you
muscles.
go, here's my bicep. Here's my tricep. Here's my coracobrachialis. Here's my brachialis. And you literally build a body out like this, it ain't gonna look good at all.
Mm-mm.
It's because it's not built from a holistic point of view.
Yeah. There's no like flow. There's no connection between different parts of the body.
Yeah. So here's that same concept again, right? That's like a very basic. We have this in our book as well.
Yes. Here, I think.
You can take a screenshot of this if you want. If you take any figure drawing class, they're most likely going to teach you this proportional method or some form that's very close to it.
Yeah, here it is.
Yeah, is that book 1 or 2?
This is 1.
I like the one in book 2 a lot
Okay,
better.
we'll do the book 1 and book 2.
I just think it
does look better.
It has more information, I think.
There it is.
Yeah. So there you go. I think it has more information condensed onto a single page.
Yeah, and I really like this part too, the torso area.
Yeah.
How do you keep proportions in perspective?
Like looking down on the person. You're going to be drawing overlapping forms and stuff. Like proportions in perspective are going to end up looking a lot more like this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you're drawing two overlapping forms. And again, draw from a reference, draw from a model, and you're going to probably want to start using some like negative positive space, right? So like let's say your model's here and they're looking down. Well, you're going to see this shoulder girdle probably like this, right? You'll probably see a little bit of the scapula on the back. That's part of the shoulder girdle, right? You're going to go, oh, the arm is like this.
About that long.
Right? And then you'll look at this negative space right here, right? Because it's like, again, drawing people from imagination without a reference is like, don't do it, especially if you're a beginner. Use reference. That's how you learn about things, right? And so drawing overlapping things, you could break it down into boxes where you're like, oh, you got this.
I feel like another thing that we can clarify more is some people when they say, oh, use reference, they think just copying an image 1-to-1.
Yeah, it's like it's coming from a place of understanding, right? And so like draw a pose from reference, coming from this place of understanding, coming from like building up from steps. So for example,
Do you have an image?
What?
Do you have like a image that you could use for like drawing from reference, I guess?
Start with shape, start with building this up, then go into 3D, then go into muscles and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like drawing a crazy foreshortened pose in perspective as a beginner, like Gene has literally spent like years doing it and he still uses reference. Like it's not just like it clicks one day and you can do it. It's like this long process of getting better.
Well,
this long drawn out process of it getting better.
Yeah, like there's a lot for it to appear right. Like if you're drawing from an extreme perspective looking down, like you have to make sure that you know the proportion in order to make it look right, and you also have to have the intuition to make it feel right. Be like, this does feel correct. But like, how are you going to do that if you don't have the experience of drawing it? So like for me,
where the heck?
I still struggle with like like low angle shots like this. Like this is so difficult for me even now. Like sometimes I'll be like, where does this pelvis go? Like, does this feel right?
Get one of these little dudes.
Yeah.
Get something like that. Like honestly, that's what they're made for. They're made so you can kind of get an idea of how the volumes and forms overlap. Like you can find references online. There's lots of stock photos and all kinds of Yeah, like, and so you want to draw them from below. There you
Okay.
go.
Now, what overlaps are you going to see?
Yeah, like, what shapes do you see? What are the positive and negative spaces?
But it's like it's also kind of harder to do the traditional proportional method with just something like this. It's just you can't do it.
Yeah.
It will just take way too long.
But it's like that underlying knowledge, your brain subconsciously refers to it.
You guys aren't gonna like this, but these are quite expensive. This is, was it 1,000 Toys, Toa Heavy Industries?
Yeah, I'll write it down. You can take a screenshot of this. So it's Toa. You can just keep talking.
Yeah. These are, we got this on Amazon, I think. But these are like not produced anymore. So like some people who have it and are selling it are like really, really marking the price up.
Gouging,
They're price gouging, yeah. So Colton's writing it down right now. But I really like these. These are really great.
What
In
is
fact,
it, a 1/12?
Yeah, 1/12 scale.
Yeah, okay. So you can just take a screenshot of this.
Yep.
Toa Heavy Industries
1,000
by
toys.
1,000 Toys. This is the male 1/12 scale figure. We have 2 of them. And, come on. There we go.
There's definitely knockoff versions of this, but it's definitely not as good.
There are cheaper versions that other people make. I do not think they're nearly as good. This one's very flexible. This
Has
is like the
multiple
OG.
joints.
It's very durable. It's really flexible. You'll see people who say like, "I see those online. I got one online for $20." It's not this one.
It's not.
It's not this one. If you want this specific one, this is what it's called. You can try other figures and stuff. This one has double joints, and most of it has double joints everywhere, right? Double joints, double jointed shoulder, like you can see.
Ooh. I wish the female
all that
had that.
maneuverability. How much is that? I don't remember. It depends. They change prices because people price gouge them and resell them. They don't manufacture them anymore. I can look like 1/12 male, 139. No, that's not it. $179 for this one there. I'm specifically looking at the one that we bought. This one's $189 on eBay. This one's $250 on eBay. This one looks like it might be $109.
Wow.
There's a bunch of knockoffs out there though. Like, so you kind of got to be careful because they're pretty popular, and people will be like, "I'm selling a whole bunch of them for, $20."
20
and then you get it and you're just like, this is not.
That ain't it.
You're like, crap. The female one is cheaper. It's like $100.
Yeah.
The male one, I don't know. Maybe this one is. Maybe this one's like a different one that's legit. I don't know. I can't tell. The green and white one that we got is the one that I look for.
Can't you abstract that foreshortened torso to into a simple shape, then build form? Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah, that's what you would use reference for.
Yeah, like if I were to do this, I started with boxes because like I can already do this in my head. I would just need to like modify it, but I just turn it into boxes. But yeah, you would do the same thing. You would be like, okay, well if I were to look at this, and the reason why foreshortening like this is so hard is because you have to have a good idea of 3D space. Like you have to imagine your paper as like a grid of the world, and so that's why it's so difficult. I'm actually looking at it like this, so that's actually more difficult.
Yeah, her view is different than your view.
My view is like my view is different than your view. So like if I were to draw this, technically it looks like this from my angle, but it looks like this from your angle.
And that's also why perspective grids are really useful.
Yeah. Like I would probably do something like this first. It may not be the most accurate, but it gets something done. Right. So it may look like this right now. But then I'm like, okay, I want to clarify that I see the bottom side of my rib cage.
Why he kinda?
Yes.
And
And I'll take this. I'll be like, okay, well, maybe this will be a good marker for my hips.
should I study the skeleton or muscles first? I wouldn't recommend studying either of those first. I would recommend studying the basic proportions and figure drawing. Take like a figure drawing class.
Yeah.
Basic volumes. You could do what Christina's doing right now.
You could, but I wouldn't recommend it.
The boxes?
Oh. I thought you meant like doing this in crazy perspective.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't recommend crazy perspective, that's for sure.
Yeah, like I would totally simplify the body first.
Yeah. take a proper figure drawing class. Like, literally, I would recommend that so much.
I've already learned how to simplify the body bit stuck. So, like, I guess what else do you want to learn from the human anatomy? Like, it's... So you learned it, and then what are you going to use it for? What else do you need it for? Like, yeah, I think it's great that you simplify it, but just keep simplifying. I guess just keep doing what you're doing. What do you feel stuck on? Is it, like, more information? Is it more isolated studies? You know, just those kind of questions, right?
Do you guys recommend boxes or circle for helping you draw a base? Probably more like a box.
I would do boxes.
More
it's easier
like
to see
a box, but not like a true box. And I'm guessing by box you mean rectangles.
Yeah.
Like this. It's like a bent box, right? You could even take this little bit of perspective out, and you could start with like an envelope that basically just shows. What's up?
I'm gonna get water.
Bro, I need to go to the bathroom soon.
Me too. Wait.
You go.
Oh, okay.
Right? And then you just add a center line. Like, zoop. You can start with that. Zoop. Always drawing around the form, by the way. I don't say this enough on stream. Always drawing around the form. Imagining this as a three-dimensional volume. Right? This is a three-dimensional volume. Even this is a three-dimensional volume. Right? I'll make that a little bit smaller. So it's like, if you consider this a box, then boxes. Right? I don't know why that's there. There we go. If you consider this a box, then boxes. And that's just what I would recommend. You can start all different ways. You don't have to start this way. It's just, if you ask what I recommend, that's what I recommend. And if you want to point the head, I would recommend starting with a triangle. That helps a lot, because you know there's the jaw, and you can just go, you know, like that if you want. If you want to draw the head from the front, the ones that are loud. Yeah, I'll have to open it under the desk.
Oh, oops.
When drawing boxes, does it appear different for opposite gender? It depends if they have a different body type.
It's true.
Yeah, you can change body types, like with the boxers, right? There you go. There's your different body type.
Mm-hmm. You can boxify those.
There's your different body type. There's a different body type. It's a kid. It's a thin adult.
Ooh.
Just with a head size change, right? It's a kid. It's a
teenager.
You know. It's a abomination, a titan.
Oh, a very scary man. For the kneecap, where is it situated on the leg proportion? About halfway. The bottom of the kneecap is halfway. Yeah. From the top of the legs to the bottom of the feet.
Yeah, and there's other measurements like where the gastrocnemius ends, your calf muscle, and all of that. But we're not really covering that kind of stuff too.
Yeah.
We're just mainly doing like main proportions.
Let me look. Ooh, these legs have seen better days.
Yeah, so what you can do is, why don't you just like lay it down and measure it on the iPad itself?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, it's okay. There we go. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick.
Let me think. I would say it's basically where the leg starts, so probably right below. Let me look. Yeah, like right here at this point where the thigh starts. Maybe, yeah, kind of around here, maybe a little bit above that. We'll just check. And then here's my feet down here. Technically, it should be moved up like this. Halfway is the bottom of the kneecap. Yep. Well, I'm looking at it from a different angle. 1 second. Okay, it's actually from this point right up here. So this is the top of the leg where the muscles start coming up. Here's the bottom of the feet. Halfway is the bottom of the kneecap. And it fits about this little section right in here. So you want to make sure that your kneecaps aren't this big. They are not super, super tiny. They are kind of like just right in the middle. A lot of time with the body, it's like you don't want too big or too small. You want kind of just right if you're going for like generic proportions. I would say approximately it's about the same height as the foot. Like if I were to measure this and move it up to the kneecap, it's about potentially the same height. How to draw legs? Yeah, I just drew some legs earlier, right in here. If you want to go back to this section, we're also streaming on YouTube right now, and you can rewind to this point. I basically cover the proportions right here. See, look, that's kind of where I put in my leg proportions as well. So this part doesn't really count because it's like connected to the, what's it called? Connected to the pelvis. It's just a little bit lower than that. That's like the bottom of the pelvis. It's like this part right here. This part. So that's where the start of your leg is, for proportion wise. What brand is that figurine? I guess I'll write it up here too. It is 1000 Toys. Toa Heavy Industries. It is the male figure, and it's at the 1/12 scale. You can probably find this on Amazon or wherever on a certain website. I'm not exactly sure. Hi, Toby. But they're kind of expensive. But I would say they're very worth it. Oh, your toes are so cute, Toby.
Look at your cute little
gummy
baby face.
Chat, I think we have a miracle with Toby. He used to have so much. He used to step in his poop all the time. Now it's been 8 days clean.
8 days without poopy foot.
Mm-hmm. I don't know how he learned it, but all of a sudden, he learned that he can avoid the poops.
Every single day for months and months and months, he would step in his poop every single time he went to the bathroom. And we'd have to wash your little feet off in the sink, huh?
And you never liked it, didn't you?
And you hated it. And he finally taught himself how to avoid stepping in his poop.
I still have no idea how he does it, so we're gonna have to like
Spy on him.
Spy on him.
We're gonna have to spy.
Or he could get like cold feet, and he's like, oh crap, I forgot how to function. Yeah. Toby, good boy. Yeah, cat. Yeah, I love cats. Yeah, we have like 3. So, and they all come by and visit us on stream every now and then. Actually, Applejack is on the is by Kitty Cam right now.
Look at him. Hi, what are you up to? Look at him. You want to go to the nest?
The other nest?
The baby window nest?
But yeah, like this is a female torso. I actually realized I never finished this little breakdown, but it's basically the same thing. Something about female torsos is that keep in mind of the center line. The center line of the body will gradually change depending on like where the anatomy is. So like if you have a slightly turned body, you'll see this kind of S curve or kind of like this little dip right in here. Ooh, that's very important. It's always nice to add that little tidbit because it makes it feel more juicy.
Yeah, the front of the body is not flat. It's got all these variations to it.
Yeah, I mean that's why like chubbier girls, they'll have this.
Mm-hmm.
They'll have these little fat pads, and they'll have like nice overlaps in the body that make it feel really nice and squishy, right?
Yes. By the way, if you eventually want to make your own like comic or web comic, and you've been wanting to learn all of this stuff, like we've been talking about up here, we do have an online school, and we give you homework. We go through all of this stuff step by step.
Yes.
And it's big. It's a year-long program, and you can get all the homework. You'll learn all of this. There, we have a figure drawing class. It's 12 weeks long. We have a costume drawing class, so you learn how to draw clothes and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
you learn how to study outfits and everything. We have a perspective class and dimensional drawing. I teach you how to paint and draw backgrounds and everything. And it's called Anime Art School, and it's on this website here.
Yep.
So if you want to learn and you have been like, I want to go to like a college or a school, but I don't know what, and you're struggling with like YouTube tutorials and
I need structure.
yeah, if you want something more structured, you can check this out.
Yep.
I really recommend it. It's a lot of our students really like it.
Yep.
Some of them are probably in the chat right now.
Yeah, and we worked really hard on creating this program.
Yeah, it's like a structured college level program.
Yeah, here are just some examples.
It isn't funny business. It's like legit.
Yeah, and I teach you like a lot of varieties of stuff. Like here's hairstyles, here's how to build like your characters from scratch, coloring skin.
Yeah. What about the anatomy stuff?
Yep, anatomy stuff.
This is from the anatomy class.
Mm-hmm.
The anime stuff is from the first class. This is from the figure drawing class.
Look at all these arms.
Yes.
Okay, how many arms are
Wait,
on
that's
here?
a lot.
That's a lot of arms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and we're gonna do a lot more.
Yeah, and that's just the demos.
Yeah, these are just the demos. Here's a bunch of hands. Hand structures, feet, how to draw feet.
Yeah, so if you're wanting to learn all this stuff, anatomy, perspective, backgrounds, foreshortening, painting, lighting, rendering, clothing, costume drawing, character design. Yeah, we built a big program with all that stuff.
Yeah, here's how to shade bodies and color them.
So this is just all from one class.
That's all from one class. This is Colton's class right here. Yeah. He teaches perspective. Really good at teaching perspective, intuitive and practical perspective.
Technical.
Technical and
intuitive and technical.
Yes, sorry about that. I
very
did not say
practical,
it right. But yes, it is very practical. Technical and intuitive. Like he teaches you how to break down even organic things like lizards and things into basic forms, and then turning them into something like a cute little guy right here.
That's silly. I thought that one was kind of cute.
I love this guy. He's so cute. And then he teaches you how to layer backgrounds. This is crazy stuff. I mean, like this is basically all what we wanted in art school, just in an all-in-one program.
Yeah. I worked as a background artist in video games for years, and so I taught a bunch of what I learned.
Yeah. And he also teaches the painting class, too. So, like, here are just some examples. He teaches you how to render different materials, like wood, grass, stone, a space heater turned into a sphere.
It does get cold.
It does get cold. How to calculate shadows. Like, people who ask, like, how do I do shadows? This is what he teaches you how to do that.
I teach you how to calculate cast shadows.
Shadows that are climbing on top.
Yeah, this is like it's like the same thing you'd learn if you went to like a design school. Like this will give you an education that you would get in like college.
Yep.
Yeah, there's some of the background stuff.
And I think there's some still life stuff too.
I'm on 5th week. Awesome.
Awesome.
Is it only for digital? Yeah, it's a digital program.
Yeah.
Yep. You'd have a really hard time following with a traditional medium. Maybe some of the classes you could do okay in, but most of them not.
Yeah.
Do you ever offer any discounts? Yeah, sometimes we'll run sales. Is it beginner friendly? Yes, it is actually designed for beginners.
It is designed.
It's like if you were to go to college, right? If you are interested in drawing, you want to learn the basics, so you go to college for art, even though you haven't really drawn that much. Like, this is the program that's like, take you day one, step one, all the way through.
Yeah.
But it's not like a. It's not a. How do I say it? It's not light. It's heavy duty.
It's heavy duty.
Like, it's for people who are like, I want to really legitimately learn how to draw.
Like,
but it does start step one, like, for beginners.
Yeah.
We have exercises on drawing lines, on getting better at... We even have a class called Intro to Digital Art.
Yep.
And it teaches you how to use a bunch of the different popular art programs, like the basics, layers, settings, brushes, erasers, that kind of stuff. Does it have exercises? Lots of exercises.
Lots of exercises. Lots of assignments, too.
Lots of exercise and assignments. That's the only way to get better at art. Like, you watch stuff, you follow along, and then you do the homework a bunch of times. Like...
And these are assignments that we also, were inspired by other classes that we've taken. Yeah. So it's like these are like legit exercises.
Yeah, Christina and I have spent tens of thousands of dollars taking different classes. We've probably taken like 7 or 8 anatomy classes. I don't even know.
Yeah, I mean, like I would say technically the information combined in the art school is like thousands of dollars worth.
Yeah, I mean for sure, it's a big class. Yeah.
You can sign up here. You can go to our website drawanime.com.
Yep. This is the link on our profile as well. And then you hit the yellow button. It says Anime Art School. And that page will tell you all about it. Like, there's a lot of information on there.
Yep.
But yeah, it's a heavy-duty program. Like, it's big. I mean, I went to a school in Singapore that was a year long, fresh out of high school. And when I graduated that school, I got a job designing for theme parks. Like, was trained professionally in design and perspective,
Mm-hmm.
and the stuff that I learned, I teach in there. And I worked for years as a concept artist after I graduated.
Yeah.
But
I've taken a lot of classes.
We've taken a lot of different classes. We've done a lot of different art, and all the stuff that we think is the most useful, we taught.
Mm-hmm. Is it monthly?
We don't animate, so
Yeah, no, we
I
don't
can't tell
animate.
you what recommendations for animation. We teach drawing foundation.
Mm-hmm.
It's one-time payment, so you get it forever.
Mm-hmm. It has really helped me understand things rather than just trying to copy.
Awesome.
Yeah,
That's what
exactly
we're all
what-
about.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, even like using references for me is not about copying, it's about understanding, because the goal is eventually, at least for me, is to be able to draw from imagination, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is to be able to draw whatever you want.
Yeah.
Like,
To literally like.
what was Ramon Hurtado saying? He's like, what was the word? I posted it in our little group together. You have a responsibility to the idea. Like, any means necessary to get to the idea. You're using reference, right? You use 3D. We don't teach any 3D in the class. Like, we teach a drawing foundation class. But if you want to make the image in your head, it's like you have a responsibility to the idea, not perspective for its own sake.
Yeah,
right?
or not anatomy, for
Not
instance.
anatomy for its own sake. It's like, I need to know anatomy enough to communicate my idea.
Yeah.
Right? And that's why, like, our program is for people who want to tell their own stories, who want to write their own comic, who want to write their own webcomic, right? And so it's like, they want to tell stories, and so we teach people how to draw to best communicate their ideas.
Is there a discount code right now?
No, we did have a
Halloween sale?
Halloween sale not too long ago.
Yeah.
But as of right now, there's no sale going on.
No.
But technically, don't tell the owner of the school that I did this, which is us, by the way. But I could technically bring that code back for a couple more days if you want, if you're interested. So the code was spooky, SPOOKY. So I could bring it back, but now it doesn't want me to log in, so I have to phone verify. These dumb things being annoying.
Yeah. We'll let you know when it's on.
I'm okay with running a promotion a couple days over. It ended like a couple days ago, but I can extend it for a couple of days if you're really interested in it. Let me go. What is this?
And we just threw away the card too? Oh, well.
Yeah, I didn't rip it up or anything.
Oh, okay.
Can I reactivate this? Can I go like...
Up the date? We'll see if we can. I won't.
I'd have to make a new one,
You'd have to make a
probably.
new one, yeah.
I'd have to make a new code. Spooky offer. Okay. Amount. No, it's percent. What is this?
Should we do another week? I'm kidding.
No,
Nah.
I could bring it through like Wednesday. How about Wednesday? And it was 20% off.
Mm-hmm.
And the coupon code is spooky.
Chocolate was asking Thanksgiving code or Friday holiday sale.
Bull codes. Maybe.
Maybe.
I haven't thought about it too much. We might do a Black Friday
We might do Black Friday.
once.
I mean, I feel like Black Friday is just such a good opportunity too. It's kind of holiday season is basically like sale season for like a lot of businesses.
Okay, I can't use the same code, so it's gonna have to be spooky 1. The number spooky, and then the number 1.
Spooky 1.
Add offer. Okay. It's active.
Okay.
I put it through Wednesday.
All right. So chat, if you guys are interested in getting our anime art school, it is currently on discount. 20% discount right now.
Yeah. If you use the code spooky,
Spooky 1. That is at checkout. That is you'll get the discount.
Yeah. If you're interested in that.
Mm-hmm.
We just had a really big, like 11-hour long Halloween live stream on Friday, and that was the promo code.
Yeah.
Spooky was the promo code, and it ended. It ended at the end of October, but this will go through Wednesday if you're interested.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just this one time.
Just this one time.
we don't want to do that all the time.
Yeah. Maybe holiday discounts in December. We're thinking about that too.
Yeah, we're thinking about it.
Think about it.
We probably will. I mean, sales, you know.
Yeah, sales. I mean,
But
ain't
there
bad.
you go. So that is the website, drawanime.com. That is the website, by the way. You type that into your URL bar. Don't Google search that.
Mm-hmm.
Because we don't rank very high on Google.
Yeah.
I haven't put very much effort into SEO, so just go directly to the website and you can hit the yellow button, which says Anime Art School.
You know, maybe well, I was gonna say maybe we should try that SEO thing.
I know that's something I need to do.
Yeah.
Just realized that I think I have one of your books. Love the tutorials. Awesome.
Oh, yay.
Pretty pancakes. Y'all are so chill. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I've been making an effort to be more chill as well.
Yeah.
Would recommend. Awesome.
Thank
Chuko,
you.
I'm glad you like.
You're so sweet, Chuko.
Yeah, the before and afters are insane. You know, Dahlia has been working really hard as well. I want to get a before and after of her soon.
Yes.
We've actually been thinking about maybe doing like a video testimonial with her.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I haven't really asked her. Dahlia, are you here?
Dahlia's got to be here.
We talked about it to her in the past, didn't we?
Yes, we have. Yeah, I think we have. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it would be cool to get some sort of like video testimonial with like before and after, and we actually like have her over.
That'd be really cool. That'd be a cute little film project.
When it comes to learning how to draw, would you say books or videos are easier to learn from and reference, or what kind of people do they appeal to more? I know people who learned a lot from books, and I learn a lot from books. Like when I study anatomy, a lot of the time I will study books, and I will go get an anatomy book and page by page go through, read all of the text, and draw every single drawing that I see. I'll just copy straight up the drawings.
Mm-hmm.
One of the best ways to learn anatomy and like anatomical information, in my opinion, is to just straight up copy anatomy books. But classes are really good as well, especially like classes where you get feedback or classes where you have the accountability to get through it.
Yeah.
It really depends on the person. I learned a lot of anatomy from both. Like Stonehouse's anatomy, I just go through that and just draw a ton of different drawings. Or like Tom Fox draws anatomy book, I just go through and draw a bunch of those.
Mm-hmm. I really like taking figure drawing classes. Like that has been like the experience of a figure drawing class is a good one, especially is just so good because you're there, you're in the zone, you're like, you know the process, or you're taught the process, and then you're like, okay, I just got to practice this over and over and over and over. That was my experience with a lot of figure drawing classes. I love them. I try to make my classes like kind of have that vibe for figure drawing because that's how I've learned it and that's how I like learning it. We've even taken like an analytical anatomy classes, which are also great.
Mm-hmm. Those focus more on like the muscles.
Yeah.
By the way, we do have a Discord server.
Yeah, we do.
So if you're new, if it's your first time or second or third time, we have a Discord server. We announce every time we go live. We will run events and fun stuff like we did on Friday with the Halloween character challenge. Man, there were so many people. There were like almost 60 people that submitted.
I was shocked at how many submissions there were.
For the challenge. It was really fun.
Yeah.
And we announce when we do challenges and stuff, and then we'll do big long live streams and have fun with it.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to join the Discord server, it is also the linky on our profile. Otherwise, you can just hit us up, send us a DM on TikTok, and ask for the Discord invite, and I'll just paste it into the messages.
Yep.
But it's fun. Actually, we just passed chat. Chat, are you ready? We just passed 4,000 members in the Discord server.
Wow, that's great. 4,000 members.
4,000 members in the Discord server just the other day. Come a long way. 4,010 members right now.
That's sick.
Is that crazy or what? Who would have thought? Who would have legitimately actually thought that, bro? That's crazy.
Would you say, oh yeah, in 1 year, you guys are gonna have 4,000 Discord members in your community? You'll be like, oh, that's crazy.
It's crazy stuff.
Remember when we hit our first 1,000?
Yep, I do remember that. I remember when we had 70.
Yeah, I remember when we had 70. That's right. Those were fun times.
Can you show how to render after? Render like bodies?
Like render bodies? Like this body?
I would say learning the basics of rendering, but really what you generally have is you have a side that is in light and you have a side that is in shadow.
Mm-hmm.
And you have cores and casts in between. Like the thing that separates the light and the shadow are going to be core shadows and cast shadows. In general rendering. What's all this then? Why is my phone on? Oh, it probably... Like how do you render faces?
What kind of face?
We're going to cover rendering faces
I don't
today.
think so. Are you talking about like anime style faces or realistic? Because those will be rendered a little bit differently.
Trying to get back into drawing but find it hard to stick to it. Do you have any tips? Friends. Or class.
Mm-hmm. Go to a live class at some point.
Yeah, make friends. Make art friends. Draw with them together. Become Naruto and friends from season 1. You know what I mean? Like, make friends who have their own art goals. Draw together. Keep each other accountable. Have fun.
When you're doing it alone, it's much more difficult. Like, I feel like when I go through classes with Colton, it makes it feel so much more fun and, like, communal, I guess.
Yeah.
Realistically and anime. I would do a lot of, I would grab a head planes model. It could be the Asaro head. It could be even just, like, an actual anime figurine with, like, and head and stuff, and I would paint it. I would draw it first, because drawing is part of painting, and if you can't draw it, you can't paint it, or you can't render it. And I just do a bunch of studies like that. I just take figurines and be like, okay, well, you know, not that I'm gonna go through a whole thing, but like I would find the wireframe, like, oh, how does the nose come out? How does the mouth come out? Like, where's the planes, right? Like, do I have a lit side and a dark side? How do I split that into light and dark? Those kind of things. That was horribly ugly, but, you know, pretend it's a good drawing. I would do that, like, hundreds of times. Just do a bunch of studies.
How would you approach the anatomy of a body with a bit more fat to it, like a soft tummy?
Soft
Do a bunch
tummy?
of figure drawing as well. Like, figure drawing of plus-size models helps a lot. You will literally just be like, oh my gosh, like, I see it. Like, you'll see a lot of really soft, like...
Yeah.
outside forms. You'll see a lot of this kind of stuff. You'll see a lot of that kind of stuff. Like the outside of the body, you know, it's essentially going to be like, you know, the outside of the bodies are going to come out a lot more. It's going to be like, you know, more like
That's
this
mine
sort
right
of
now.
thing and that, you know, and that you're going to get a lot of padding on the outside. They're going to be very soft. You're not going to get you're not going to get too many bony protrusions, but at like elbows and stuff, you will. You know. And this is going to come out a lot. And this is going to come out a lot. I do not draw plus size models very often.
You're basically
This is going to
there.
be very smooth.
A lot of things just get smoothed out.
Yeah, lots and lots and lots of stuff get very smoothed out.
Ooh, very nice.
Right. Like that sort of thing. You're going to see a lot of this. Lots and lots and lots of overlapping forms.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, plus size models are a lot of figure drawing artists' favorite things to draw.
They're so much fun.
They are.
They're
they
like
really
way
are.
more fun than anatomical ones because like you don't have to worry about the anatomy, you just have to worry about the flow.
Yeah.
And the flow is like super cool.
Yeah,
to
and
draw.
the stuff is, it just gets very, very, very rounded. Oh, I'll just like cap it, you know.
How long have you guys been drawing for? Since basically most of our lives.
Yeah, a long time. You know.
Phantisma says joined. Look forward to it. Join like the Anime Art School or join our Discord server?
Oh, huh?
Phantisma was, I think, was the one that was asking about the discount.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if they were.
If you're talking about the art school, I'll give you the
role.
role if you joined it. Awesome.
Anime Academy.
Anime Academy.
Awesome.
Awesome. I'm glad. Go ahead and post in
Thank
general chat in the Discord server, and you can say like hi or whatever, or I'm the one who joined, and I'll give you the role because there are special channels that you unlock in the Discord server with all the other students who have the school. But awesome, congrats.
Congratulations.
Loish does plus size figures so well. Yeah, Loish is good.
Mm-hmm.
I'll turn this off.
What do you guys do on your Discord? I don't know anything about Discord.
It's like a online chat room.
Yeah.
Rooms, plural. There's
Rooms.
voice channels, there's art share channels, there's places to share resources, there's off-topic, there's on-topic channels, there's places to post your cooking, there's places to post
Your
about
pets.
anime, there's places to post about your pets.
Because a lot of
Ask
people,
for-
there's voice channels where you can draw together and call.
Yep, a lot of stuff. I like to think about Discord as like a big building with a bunch of rooms. Like you can walk into other rooms with other people, and each room may have a topic. So it's like maybe the living room is general chat, and then you can go into the bedroom and there's a couple people in there, and maybe the theme of the bedroom is you talk about, you know, art or cooking, and then you walk into the dining room. Or maybe the kitchen should be about cooking.
The bedroom, you can cook in it.
Awesome. I'll add
The
you.
living room, the communal room, I don't know.
Yeah, and that's how I like to. That's how I describe Discord to my grandparents.
Eddie Sensei.
I got it.
Awesome.
All right,
Congrats.
I gave you the role, and I'll go in there. Eddie.
I do like teaching. Teaching's fun.
It is. It's
like,
very
especially
fun.
when you got people who are like, oh my gosh, I so want to learn this. Like, it's just, there's nothing else like it.
Yeah. And like, I don't know everything about art even at all, like slightly.
Yeah.
So like, I don't specialize.
Yeah.
I mean, I do specialize, but like, I don't specialize in everything, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I can't answer every question, but most questions they break down into like core foundations.
Yeah.
Yummy.
I want to try kneeling poses that are more like going up like this. That's kind of fun. What are your opinions about concept art?
I did it professionally for years. I loved it. It was great. I still love it.
You
I
used to
haven't-
contemplate it about doing more.
Yeah, I'm pretty busy with the business nowadays, but I have contemplated getting back into it. I was a prop and environment concept artist for games, theme parks for years since I graduated school in 2016. And it was great. It was fun. It's a hard job, but what's not?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I did concept art for years. I did a lot of prop design, backgrounds, worked on all different kinds of games, weapon design.
Yeah, Chico, you can ask the leg question. I forgot to bring my water in. I was refilling it and then I forgot to bring it.
This is my concept portfolio right here. Well, I've kind of scrapped my portfolio. I put like silly sketches and stuff up now, like this kind of stuff, but at about this point it gets into my concept art portfolio. See, I did that 3 years ago. These are just sketches. This kind of stuff. I used to do a lot of Blender and photo bashing and line work. You know, a lot of this kind of stuff as well. Line work, photo bashing. These are like sketches. But I haven't done stuff like this in a good couple of years. I still like it. This stuff, sketches, side views, concept ideas, and everything. Here's the piece that I always show. I actually have my sketches. I built this in VR.
Wow, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, this is in VR, and I think it was Oculus Medium back then. That was 7 years ago. Yeah,
wow,
or
7?
I guess they changed it to Adobe by Medium. Or Medium by Adobe. But yeah, that was old. 7 years. That's a long time ago.
That
I
is a
didn't realize
long
it was so
time ago.
long.
Do you have any digital beginner-friendly art programs / software?
But yeah.
Krita, it's free. That's beginner-friendly software.
I'm gonna draw again for an indie game I plan on making. Awesome. One of my classmates from school, his name's Rudy. He's Swiss. He graduated from concept art school and he went to game design school. And he graduated and started making games, just his own indie games, and he has a bunch of games on Steam. He's making like over 100 grand. He just makes a bunch of games, his own indie games. And I was talking to him recently. Dang, you know what we should do? We should bring him on like the YouTube channel and talk to him.
Who?
Rudy.
Oh yeah, totally.
Ooh, he was a classmate of mine.
That'd be sick. Yeah, Chuko. Actually, I answered your question earlier, but your kneecap, the bottom of your kneecap would be the halfway point of your whole leg. So like,
I didn't even think about that till now.
yeah. So like the bottom of your pelvis is right here. So that's like, imagine that as like a line. Basically this measurement down here to this halfway point is the bottom of your kneecap. And then your kneecap is about approximately the same height as your foot. Like if you're resting your foot on the ground and it looks like this, you just take that height and move it up here. It's about approximately the same height.
Yeah, my ArtStation profile. Unfortunately, I can't scroll down too far, or else I get into some like nude figure drawing. But if I go past it, this is really old stuff here.
Do it.
This kind of stuff, like this. I made this in Moto back in the day. I mean, this is like painted over. This is something I made when I was in school 10 years ago.
10 years ago? You're way better than that now.
That's crazy. This was for a class I built on Udemy. This is
I
also
remember
for a
that.
class. Door. I remember that. I moved stuff around, so this was only 3 years ago.
Oh, really?
More door stuff. I had an idea for a really cool door that was like a clock, and different times would take you to different places.
Oh!
I kind of liked the idea
What?
of
That felt like Howl's Moving Castle.
Yeah, it kind of does. I'd never seen the movie when I made this.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You never saw that movie. You only saw a few Ghibli movies.
I only saw like some clips of the movie. There, I built that in Blender. This is old too. Built this in ZBrush.
And the leg bends around the top of the kneecap. Actually, it kind of bends at the towards the bottom. Well, actually, you know what? I take that back.
Yeah, the kneecap kind of goes with the knee.
Yeah, like...
Or goes with the bottom part of the leg.
Like if I did this here...
Let me try to find a...
And I straightened it out. Yes, it bends towards the bottom, but when you start moving it towards the inside, it like kind of shifts.
I had a really good breakdown of the knee.
Yeah, I don't know where it is. It's probably up there. That.
Here it is.
Yeah.
I found this online a while back and thought it was super useful.
It was genius.
Yeah. So you can see this is like a good breakdown of the knee. It's like you've got your upper leg, you've got your lower leg, and this...
These two sections is your kneecap.
Yep, like your kneecap, and this is probably the fat pad. And then when it bends, this kind of takes it with it.
Wow, that's wild.
And it's a really, really good breakdown, in my opinion. There's so many different breakdowns of things like this sort of thing. You know, lot of breakdowns. Here's like a more detailed breakdown.
I love that part. Like
This
that,
part?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
so
that's a
cool.
good-
When you become an anatomy buff or like an anatomy like nerd, you're like, oh, I really like that specific area.
Yeah. I don't know who made it. I never was able to figure out who made it, but I did save it. I put it on my little anatomy cheat sheet peer ref file.
How can I draw gestures better? Any advice?
Do a bunch of gesture drawing.
Do a bunch of gesture drawing, and also simpler is better.
Yeah.
So like if you have a bunch of complicated curves that doesn't get the point across in the pose, you need to do a simpler gesture.
Yeah. Like, and learn like the basics as well. Like contrapposto, you could just do bend and stretch. Like something like this. And you can go, you know, back and forth. Like here's a head, and maybe you could do something along the lines of that. Maybe you see the top of this tube a little bit. And say, like, what do you want the pose to do? This one's probably going to be holding the weight. So you can plant that foot on the ground. And then this one, you could do something like that, you know? And so, like this, do you want to put your arms? Maybe it'd even be like... right? And this could be out, or it could come back. Think about it like very simply. I'd probably want to make this maybe like that. And just do like a bunch of really short gestures, you know, couple minute long gestures, thinking about this kind of stuff. And they don't have to be great. You're just like trying to learn, right? Like you could do one like that, and that would be one. And I would say do maybe, I like to do minute and a half poses, and I'll do like 25 of them as like a warm-up. It's been a little while since I did it, but I used to do that every single day. You just do minute and a half poses that are a warm-up, and then you would take some of them and you would make them a little bit more detailed, you know?
I think it'd be kind of cute to do like a video on figure drawing, like warm-up process.
Yeah, I don't really have any on here.
Figure drawing session where you warm up with the 20 figures and stuff.
Yeah. And those types of figures are so good because you can add clothes to them really easily. Like, it's so easy to add clothes to something like this.
Oh, Chuko asked, would you mind sending that knee breakdown on Discord?
Yeah. It's so easy to add clothes to something like this. It's just like you drop it over. It's like a drape, right? Diaper fold. If the arm's up, it gets all compressed up in here. You could go and get tension from the elbow. You know, that can come down. Tension from the elbow, that comes down. It bunches up right there. Bunches up. This would probably come out. You know. And just, you can also do like gesture drawing with like clothes gesture drawing. It's really good to do. I don't want to mess up this document though.
How often do you guys go live?
All the time.
Mm-hmm.
Every week. Numerous times.
Yep.
Numerous times every single week. I'll just chuck it in a resource share.
Hi, Toby. Toby, are you a big back now? Cute little chubby cheeks.
Chuko Light asked that.
Yes, Chuko. Okay, he sent it. Sick. Rip. Hope you get better.
You could probably reverse search it and figure out who made it. I'm sure they have
Yeah.
a lot of other really good breakdowns with how good this one is. Currently sick. Well, I hope you get better. Sorry to hear that.
excited for continue to make content on YouTube.
Yeah.
I feel like Miki would totally have protection shorts,
Yeah.
like Misaka's. It's cute. We should continue watching that show again. I like Railgun.
It's fun. It definitely is like girl group vibes.
Yeah.
Oh, chat. We
Guys.
started watching Mob Psycho 100.
If only Maddie was here.
For the first time ever,
Yeah.
we started watching it. Everybody is like, watch Mob Psycho.
Watch Mob Psycho.
Fine.
We're watching it now.
Fine. We will watch Mob Psycho.
Hey, Artemis.
And it's good. It's very good. Have you seen Mononoke? We've seen most of it.
Yeah. I don't remember exactly where we finished, but
Where we left off. Yeah.
yeah. Cute diagrams.
Mob Psycho. Would you? Yeah. Sure did. Crunchyroll. Yeah.
Yep.
Really sick. Yeah. Fire. So peak. It is good. I really like it. It's a good show.
It's good so far. They definitely have a lot of twists and turns, and different ways, like different outcomes in the story that I did not expect. It's really interesting.
Well,
Want to wrap up soon?
maybe so.
Okay.
We need to keep going through our
Class.
as well. We haven't in a little while. Maybe we do
Yeah.
some more of that tonight as well.
Yeah, I think that'd be great. Well, we did a pretty nice anatomy session.
Yeah, it was a
Hopefully you guys
fun little
enjoyed it.
anatomy sesh. Artemis, no, I'm
No.
sorry.
Well, you can rewatch it.
Yeah, the good
and pretend
news
it's
is,
live.
The good news is it's on YouTube.
Yeah.
Y'all can pretend.
Look at this fabulous pose.
We can pretend.
Wait, I need to make it more flamboyant.
Sassy. Yeah, we're gonna be heading off pretty soon.
Mm-hmm. Here we go. Extra sassy pose. When you have characters that go like this, they point down and then they point up like that. That's super sassy. Anyways.
The more you know.
Poor man has now resolved into this pose.
The more you know.
Mm-hmm. I put Naomi in that pose a lot. Look at that.
Well.
Look at Toby Angel.
You little.
Angel.
You. Oh yeah. Remember?
Yes.
We added new soundboards to on the Thanksgiving, not the Thanksgiving, the Halloween stream.
stream.
Tonight's the night.
I love it.
I love it. That's so good. Tonight's the night.
Tonight's the night.
It's so good.
Mm-hmm.
Tonight's the night. Well, everybody, tonight's the night that we say our goodbyes. We're going to, you can actually see this table in the background here.
Oh yeah, I can.
Tonight is the night that we're going to head off.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for showing up. Thank you for hanging out.
By the
Appreciate
way,
it.
just a secret between this stream, Spooky, the 20% off on our Anime Art School. That's gonna end
Yes.
on Wednesday. Spooky.
Anime Art School Spooky code has been extended, except you have to use Spooky 1 because the last code ran out and I couldn't use the same code. But
Yeah.
yes, we can If you want to nab Anime Art School 20% off, the code is going to be active till Wednesday.
Yep.
So, wink, wink.
Nudge,
But
nudge.
other than that, that is going to be it. We're going to head off.
Mm-hmm.
We will see y'all later.
See ya.
Appreciate you hanging out with us. And,
Hope you guys enjoyed.
we should play more game streams. You know, I want to play more horror games. I actually
Let's
wrote
do it.
down a pretty extensive list of horror games. Maybe we should do like a horror game night. What
And
do
then
y'all
we can
think?
put it to gaming in the gaming section and see how it does.
What do y'all think of a horror game night?
Horror game.
Ooh, that's gonna be fun.
Poor Dolly is just gonna be invested in Scream and
More like
nightmares.
jump scare Christina night.
Yeah,
That's gonna be wild.
That's how I go like this.
Yeah. All right. Bye bye. See you, everybody.
See ya.
Bye bye, YouTube.
Bye.
Later.